PSP Network. It's game day.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Wondering whether you need wealth management? Wealth management is a multifaceted offering that should provide opportunities for growth and security. At BNC National Bank, we pride ourselves on putting your priorities first and providing practical, objective financial advice. Our team can help you assess your goals and take stock of your assets to determine whether wealth management is right for you. Speak to a member of our team today to learn more.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
When it comes to your car, you need someone you can trust. Someone who cares about your safety, your budget, and your peace of mind. At Trusted Tire and Auto, trust is more than just a word. It's at the heart of everything we do. We're a local business, owned and operated by people who live and work in this community. And we believe that by building relationships based on trust and care, we can make our community a better place to live and drive. Trusted Tire and Auto, where trust, care, and community meet on the road.
The Legacy Sabres and the Minot High Magicians. 2 of the top teams in the West region. According to the coaches, according to the media, according to the hockey minds in our great state, these are 2 of the teams that are going to be tough to beat when it's all said and done. They were tough last year. They played for a WDA championship where the Sabres got the crown of their 2nd year of existence. Tonight they match up for the first time in 23-24, and we've got it for you live here on the PSP Network. The band from Legacy is here. They are pumping. The teams are warming up, and we're just about set for high school hockey on the PSP Network. I'm Nick Hulberg. Tonight I'll be joined by Mr. Matt Morelli, former University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux. He'll be on the call with us. This is the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, 5 locations in western North Dakota, in Minot and Bismarck. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Find them online, VIOC.com. Why do I choose Valvoline? Well, 15 minutes or less, they get you right on back down the road. It's Valvoline Instant Oil Change bringing you the pregame here tonight. There you see that Legacy band. They're into it. They're fired up tonight for good reason. Nothing like the high school band at these high school hockey matchups or high school sporting matchups. Doesn't matter what event it is. When the band is here, we know we're in store for a little extra element here tonight. Taking a look at our standings coming into the showdown with the 5-2 Sabres, the 3-1 Magi. Starting with the Minot High Magicians, well, they played less games than anybody else inside the entire conference. They sit at number 4. They're 2-1 inside of the WDA. They had a win just the other night over Devils Lake, a non-conference affair in the shootout to put their overall record at 2-1-1. 3-1 on the season for Minot High School. On the other side, for the Legacy Sabres, they're 4-0 on the season inside of the WDA. This is a team that's gone 5-2. They're on a 5-game hot streak coming in after a pair of losses to East Region opponents. Fargo North beat them 6-0. Then it was West Fargo 4-6 when it was all said and done. And the Packers had 6, Legacy had 4. That's how you've got the Legacy Sabres at the top of the list with wins over Jamestown, Mandan, Davies, Dickinson, and Bismarck High. They spanked the Demons the other night. 10-1 was the final of that contest. Other games tonight inside of North Dakota high school hockey. Mandan's at Dickinson. Red River is at Fargo Davies. Fargo North is at Grafton Park River in the Spoiler Dome. And Minot is here at the VFW Sports Center in Bismarck to challenge the Legacy Sabres. There's a look at the standings. Time to look at the top scorers in our state of North Dakota. Who are they? Well, you're going to get a pretty good look at a few of them here tonight, starting with Drew Beasley. 20 points for him on the year, leading all scorers in North Dakota. Beasley, the junior forwards and all-West region player. He's struck for 11 goals and 9 assists for 20 points. He's got a line mate, Marcus Butts, approaching the 100 career point mark for Legacy. He's got 14 on the season. Good enough for number 4 in the state, number 2 inside of the WDA. For the Magi, they don't have anybody inside the top 20 on the year coming into the showdown here tonight. That's because Minot High only playing in their 5th game on the season compared to many who are playing games number 8 to 9 on the year. But Minot High's got a pair that can score, and Panasuk was 7 and Morelli was 7 as well. There's a look at the state scoring leaders brought to you by North Dakota High School Hockey.com. Big thank you again, as always, to Bob Gillen for his continued support of local athletes and promoting local athletes across our great state. Top scores, standings, a little bit of everything tonight. Let's look at some of the players that will make a difference in this hockey game, starting with Drew Beasley, the forward for the Legacy Sabres. This young man, number 10 for Legacy. Let me tell you, he is the real deal at this point in this campaign. That 20 leads the state of North Dakota. He's played 7 games. He's scoring at 2.8 points per game. That's a pretty good clip for Beasley coming into tonight. I tell you what, he's going to be a kid that you don't want to give many extra opportunities to, because he will make you pay when it's all said and done here tonight. Drew Beasley, the player spotlight for the Legacy Sabres. On the other side for the Magi, one of the young men that's going to try to shut him down tonight, Aiden Deal, playing in game number 56 in his Minot High career. The 5'11", 140-pound junior defenseman is going to have his hands full here tonight. Minot High's defense is going to have to be real good in this showdown if they want a shot to take down Legacy in this hockey game. When we come back onto our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show, we'll bring in Matt Morelli. We can dive further into the game plans here tonight and further into the numbers of this showdown. Some of the state's top producers on the ice surface. A new rivalry with the Legacy Sabres and Minot High Magicians. This will be game number 6 all time tonight. Minot High's gone 3-2. They've never lost inside of the VFW Sports Center. Legacy trying to change that here tonight.
It's about personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess, and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you to call. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
When it's time to choose your team, you want to pick the best.
I pick Carson Wentz. I pick Hunter Lipke.
Where'd you come from? I was in football, just like you.
Always choose people you know and trust for your team, like your community bankers at First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
The dictionary defines community as a group of people living in the same place or sharing common goals. Community is the largest part of our name, and we make it the largest part of our business. We support our local schools, organizations, youth programs, and local events from Bowman to Bismarck, because we all share a common goal to better the quality of life in our communities. Come bank with us at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your real community bank.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold up! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
We're officially into the hockey season now, aren't we? Yes, December. In the middle of it here, and it's the middle of a busy week for Minot High. 3 games this week for the Magi. They beat Devils Lake on Tuesday night in a shootout 2-1. They're in Legacy's home venue, the VFW Sports Center, where the Magi are unbeaten in their 2 appearances here all time. And then coming up Saturday, the Magi take on Matt Stockard's Jamestown Blue Jays. This is a big hockey game tonight, to say the least, as the 4-0 in the West Region. Sabres are at 5-2 overall. Minot High at 3-1 overall. They currently sit 2-1 inside of the conference. Welcome back into our pregame show, brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Typically, Valvoline can perform an oil change in about 15 minutes or less. Valvoline's drive-through oil change. It's quick, it's convenient. We've got 5 locations in Minot and Bismarck. It's Nick Hulberg on the call alongside the former University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux, Mr. Matt Morelli. First things first, how much do you love the band, my friend?
Oh, love it. High school bands are the best. It just, you walk in the door, you can hear the music pumping, just vibrating off the walls here. And that's high school sports. You have to love that atmosphere. It's school spirit, and that's the way you wish you could have bands more often. You have to be excited when these band members show up.
We are right in the middle of it. I almost feel like we should have some cymbals or a trumpet or something over here, Matt, where we're stationed inside of the VFW Sports Center. I wouldn't have it any other way, however. I love it. They're doing a great job here tonight, getting geared up for this showdown. The 6th all-time matchup between Minot High and Legacy. These are 2 programs that now for the past 2 years have been at the top of the radar inside of the West Region. Minot High, well, with 40 appearances at the state tournament, they have more than anybody else all time from the WDA. Legacy comes into the league just 2 years ago, and when they did, They kind of surprised some people. They ended up playing for a region title. They lost to the Jamestown Blue Jays. They followed it up 1 year later with the win in the region championship over Minot. It's fair to say that maybe the rivalry for Minot High and the Bismarck School that used to be Bismarck High, that was such a big rivalry, that's starting to maybe shift towards the Sabres Magicians' way here for Minot High and their capital city opponent that they have the biggest rivalry with.
I think that you're right. It used to be always Bismarck High. Century was right there, but Bismarck High's kind of fallen on some tougher times, and I think they've lost some players to the Legacy program. And Legacy, the same thing. They want to get their own, make their name for themselves, and nothing. It's rivalries just kind of happen on their own. You can't just say, hey, we want to have a rivalry with you guys. They happen. You're close. You're an hour and a half away, and a lot of these guys, they know each other. They skate with each other in the summertime, postseason, preseason, and that's what sports is all about. You want some added flavor to it, we'll say, that spices it up a little bit. And Bismarck, like we've said in the past, Minot doesn't seem like Minot. There's not a lot of love for Minot across the state. I think that's just the way it is, and there's probably a lot of cities that feel the same way about their own place. But either way, it's going to be a battle. And I think you're going to see a lot of physical play. I think that's just Minot. I think they need to continue doing that, play a physical game. But we've really got to play within the discipline you have, because you don't want to give. You've got some high-end scorers on Legacy. You don't want to give those guys power play time.
Let's take a look at the numbers in this hockey game here tonight. And these numbers presented by our friends at Ryan Family Dealerships. Ryan Family Dealerships with 5 locations in western North Dakota. They've got a little bit of everything at Ryan Family Dealerships. You can find them online, driveryan.com. Taking a look first for the Sabres, 4-0 in the conference. Minot's 2-1. 5-2 overall for Legacy. Minot's at 2-1-1. In the standings, it's Legacy at 1, Minot at number 4. Legacy scored 33 goals on the season in 7 games. They're a team that has only surrendered 20. They're going to bury it when they have their chances. Minot High's a team that's scoring just about 5 goals per game on average as well, at 18 total and 14 that they've given up. Penalties for Minot High's taken 27 compared to the 18 that they've drawn. Legacy's only taken 18 penalties on the year compared to the 24 that they've drawn on the year. The X factor in my mind tonight is the high-end offense for Legacy. They're going to make you pay, not only in your offensive zone with getting the puck from you and getting down to the other end of the ice surface, but also once they get into your defensive zone, they got guys that can bury the puck. That's the X factor in my mind, is the octane offense for the Sabres. For Minot High on the other side, they have to be smart here tonight, and their special teams not only has to shut down that high-powered octane offense of Legacy when they get their chances, but Minot's power play certainly is going to need to bury the puck tonight against one of the state's top goaltenders in Tyler Miller.
Definitely. Miller's got that experience. He's probably one of the better guys in the West region as far as goaltending, so you have to get pucks on him. You got to get in his way, take his vision away for those pucks coming in, and I think in Minot, you got to be aggressive. You continue the same style. I think we hit more. I think Minot likes to play a more physical game. It always seems like the last couple of years we want to play the body more than Legacy does, but we can't give those guys that open space. I think you match up with whoever's out there against the Beasley-Butts line. You have to know where they're at all times. Can't be giving up any long passes, and you roll the dice. You put your best guys against those guys, and use that second and third, those second line, third line matchups. That's where our guys need to be deeper and say we've got to make it count, because if we can be even with that first line and keep those high-end guys off the board, or at least to a minimum, Minot's got a shot. I always say, give yourself a chance at the end of the game. Be within striking distance, and that's all you can ask for.
Minot High's got some depth, and that's an X factor as well with what Minot High brings to the table as far as the amount of guys that they have that can bury the puck. A further dive into those numbers here tonight. I mean, we're literally in the van here, my friend.
I was going to say, I was hoping I could get a letter.
I think you could. Just grab the symbols over here, and you'll definitely have the opportunity to do so. Legacy's 5-0 in their last 5. Minot High hasn't even played 5 games on the year coming in. Legacy's got 7 games underneath their belt. This is a hockey team in the Legacy Sabres that, again, with the 33 goals that they've scored, that's 4.7 per game compared to Minot High scoring 4.5. Minot High averaging 35 shots per game. The Sabres are only putting up 15 shots per game, Matt, which is a fairly low number. However, when you're shooting 15 shots per game and scoring just about 5 of them, you know that you got guys that can rifle it. To be exact, well, there's 3 players that have 6 goals or more, 13 players with a point on the year. For the Magi, they've got 14 players with 1 point or more and 5 players with 2 goals or more on the season. There's a further dive into the numbers here tonight. Time to take a look at our goaltender matchup and the projected goalie starters presented by Planet Pizza. 701-852-1700. It's Planet Pizza. They truly are out of this world. If you don't have it for delivery and supper tonight, try that lunch buffet tomorrow. You won't be disappointed. It's in, it's confirmed. This is how they go tonight. Blaze Ostrom gets the call for the Magi. He had the night off against Devil's Lake, and this is a young man that in his last outing against Dickinson only surrendered 1. He's got a 4.33 goals against average and a 79% save percentage. He goes against Tyler Miller, 2-time All-West Region selection and an All-State pick a year ago. Miller on the season has struggled just a bit compared to where he has been in the past. An 88.6% save percentage and a 3.10 goals against average. The senior's gone 3-2 in his senior campaign. Miller's a kid that last year on his all-state trek ended up with a 179 goals against average and a 92% save percentage. Miller's going to look to get back to that promised land. Blaze Ostrom, same thing, looking to get back closer into that 92% save percentage category that he had last year. There's your projected goaltender matchup brought to you by Planet Pizza. Find them online, planetpizzaND.com. We talked to both coaches tonight. We'll hear from them when we come back to our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Then we'll get set for the opening draw tonight. It's the Magi and the Sabres at the VFW Sports Center here in the capital city in WDA hockey.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Nobody thinks about personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you to call. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
Welcome back to our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. We're now joined by the Legacy Sabres new head coach, Mr. Ryan Farragher, co-head coach of the Sabres. First things first, great to see you, man. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Hockey season up and running. You've got a good club right now, 4-0 inside of the conference, 5-2 overall. In your mind, you take over for Mario Lamberou, and you end up with a pretty nice club here. Is there an Achilles heel that you see early on in the season for the Sabres team?
I think it's kind of the same thing we've seen the last 2 years when we first started, and it's just execution early on our details and getting back to the game speed that they need to play at to be successful. And I think that's the case with a lot of different high school teams, and you have guys playing different sports and some guys playing football right up until tryouts start, so they don't have a whole lot of time to get on the ice. But that's kind of been what's been our troubles early on all 3 years so far, and I think we've done a good job of kind of working the rust off and just executing at a higher pace.
20 points right now for Beasley, leading the state of North Dakota. That's a pretty good clip. What is it about this kid that makes him so special up front?
he's impressive. His skating ability, the way he sees the ice, and his stick handling and shot. I mean, pretty much everything. He's a total package in the offensive zone, and doesn't hurt when he's got a lot of confidence.
Yeah, and a guy like Marcus Butts going with him with 91 career points. He's a special kid as well. Wears the C for you. What's his leadership role like for you?
Oh, Marcus is remarkable. He's a great student, great kid off the ice, and in the locker room, he's just that calming voice. And he leads not only by example, but with his voice as well. He's not afraid to let it be known when guys need to figure things out. And but yeah, he's just a stand-up kid, and we're lucky to have him.
You and I could talk for hours on goaltending. You, of course, playing in the American Hockey League and coming through the Bobcats organization as a netminder, one of the greats to ever play in Bismarck. Having Tyler Miller back there, certainly an ace in the hole. A few goals against maybe higher than he wanted at the start of the year, but confidence to go back with him. Obviously, the All-Stater's the real deal, right?
Yeah, Tyler's proven the last 2 years that he's one of the best goalies in the state. And regardless of the numbers, I told him this at the beginning of the year, like, numbers don't matter, really. It's what you do the next game, and I think the game against Davies, he still made stellar saves and kept us in the game. And at the end of the day, a win is a win, and that's all we're worried about. And as long as he's putting in the time in practice, trying to get better every day, and just being a good teammate, that's what we need.
On to Minot here tonight. This is a Magi team that comes in at 3-1 overall. They don't have a whole lot of games on the schedule, but boy, they got some kids that can bury it, and Panasuk and Morelli. Do you focus in on those two kids here tonight?
Oh yeah, those names stick out from last year. Guys remember them, and I think we're obviously not going to cater our game to those two guys, but we're definitely going to be aware of them with matchups and try and limit their opportunities as much as possible.
Is there one key tonight in your mind to stay unbeaten in the West region?
I think an early start. So far this year, we haven't had a great start to each of our games. It's kind of been up and down, and playing a full 60 minutes, I think, is going to be the key. Minot's a good team, and they have great coaches, and their boys play their systems well. And if we have a good start and we're playing to the best of our abilities, but with high pace, and we'll hopefully keep that unbeaten streak going.
Should be fun tonight. Appreciate your time. Great seeing you. Happy holidays to you.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Ryan Farragher, the co-head coach of the Legacy Sabres. When we come back, we'll talk to Jordan Willert, the co-head coach of the Magi. Two of the tops in the West region go toe-to-toe tonight right here on the PSP Network.
There is no place like the country club. 18 holes of immaculate golf, along with golf simulator, PGA staff, club fitting and lesson, driving range and practice green, pro shop, delicious food, endless fun in the pool, and activities for the whole family. Learn more and become a member today.
Welcome back to our pregame show presented by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. 5 locations throughout western North Dakota and Bismarck. It's Valvoline Instant Oil Change bringing you the pregame here tonight. Time for Coach's Corner with Minot High's co-head coach, Mr. Jordan Willert. First things first, go from not seeing you hardly at all to seeing you quite a bit here. Busy week for Minot High hockey, and got off to a good start just the other night with a win over Devils Lake. Did you have a big takeaway the other night?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about in the post game there in the Devils Lake game, we had a lot of kids that were battling some stuff, and kind of some sicknesses crept in, and it was nice that we kind of got some other kids in. And again, I think we're starting to finally defend the puck really well. And neutral zone has gotten better, and as we've talked about here in this early season, it's just nice to finally get some games under our belt, get rolling. But yeah, I mean, it's they're coming fast and furious now, and before we know it, it's gonna be Christmas time. So.
Today it's Legacy, the #1 team in the West region. They're unbeaten in conference play. Beasley, Butts, Johnson, Miller. Looking at this lineup, this is a stacked hockey team. How do you try to shut down that offense and avoid any of those deadly mistakes tonight that will lead to goals on the Sabres side of things?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just about making sure that that we defend, and the offensive zone will take care of itself. So if we can exit our zone, whether it be, clean or even, just relieving pressure at a time to get the puck out so it's not on Beasley's stick in the high slot to snap one off, that'd be huge. I think our depth is going to play into it quite a bit. And, most of the kids that were battling some stuff are starting to kind of trickle back into our locker room tonight. Still missing a few guys here or there, but, that's why that's like I said, that's why I think our depth is one key for us. And, Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you got to defend, and the offensive zone takes care of itself.
I know that every coach is going to give me the same answer as far as playing your best hockey at the end of the hockey season. But really, how big is this hockey game tonight in your mind against a quality opponent and a team that I've got at the top of the list as a prediction when it comes to the end of the year?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, every coach is going to kind of give you the same answer. I mean, I'm a firm believer. Obviously, we want to win every hockey game. You want to compete in every hockey game. You want to do well. You want to finish first. You want to do whatever. But I think our focus is, about building towards February. And, we need to be in a good spot in February. And, I mean, obviously, like I just kind of alluded to, it's nice to go in as the 1 or 2. But, I honestly am a firm believer you go in as the 3 or 4. And you're going to have to beat everybody to get to the state tournament or to a WDA championship anyways. So it's just about building on, momentum and on our little things here that have gotten better over the last, week and a half here. And, yeah, I mean, obviously it's a big game. It's, I think this has kind of turned into a rivalry here in the WDA. Obviously, last year we get them in Bismarck, they get us in Minot, and then they get us in the championship game at WDA. And then we both go to state and lay eggs. So, I think it's it is a young rivalry, and yeah, I mean, they're all important.
Best of luck here tonight.
All right, thanks.
That's Jordan Willert, co-head coach of the Magi. When we come back, we'll get set for our opening draw here as the Magicians take on the Sabres at the VFW Sports Center.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens, that's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
It's water. Boom. Agent Winston Otter. He's been called the human sponge.
God bless our servicemen and women. God bless our veterans. God bless America. Excellent rendition of our nation's national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner, here tonight at the VFW Sports Center. 5-2 Sabres, 3-1 Magi. We're just about set to tangle here tonight at the VFW Sports Center. Time for our keys to the game. Here tonight, keys to the game are brought to you by our friends at Northern Plains Heating and Air. First for the Legacy Sabres, a full 51 minutes for them here tonight, Matt, including an early start. You heard it from their co-head coach, Ryan Farragher. I think anytime they've got a 51-minute effort, they're going to be tough to beat. For the Magi, they need to have primetime decision-making here tonight. That doesn't just mean with passing and taking penalties. It's every aspect of the game here tonight. Those are your keys to the game, brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. Andrew Goodmanson checked in tonight. Right on time tonight for Mr. Goodmanson. 701 Realty and Andrew Goodmanson bringing you the opening draw here tonight. Find 701 Realty at 701realty.com. And as Andrew Goodmanson would say, why does my letter to Santa keep getting returned year after year? There's no way I'm on that bad list. Well, thank you, Goody, for checking in. Andrew Goodmanson from 701 Realty bringing you the opening draw here tonight from the VFW Sports Center in Bismarck. Minot is in maroon. Legacy is in white. Nick Hulberg, Matt Morelli on the call. We are officially underway from the capital city. He's always up to something, isn't he?
Never. He's a wild card.
Total wild card, without doubt. Neal's got it at the point. He'll shuffle it down. Off to Panasuk in the corner. He's tattooed in deep. Puck's going to come back up to the Minot high line. Here's Radke trying to fire it off ahead. Loose out in front of the net. Now it's taken here by the Sabres. They go back to center with it. Comes away here to Strand, and Strand is going to dump this one down into the far corner. We're back in after it here for the Legacy Sabres is Elliot Hoon. To his partner, up to center. This puck is going to come all the way down. We'll have an icing on the play, and that icing brought to you by friends at Minot State University. Minot State, be seen, be heard, be you. It's Minot State University with 96% of recent college grads being employed or continuing their education at Minot State. Those keys here tonight, Matt, when you break them down and look at them, for this Legacy Sabre team, one of the favorites inside of North Dakota to be at the top of the ladder in the WDA when it's all said and done. Is there anything else for them that they need to really work on in this early season conference matchup tonight?
Oh, I think for Legacy, they just want to keep rolling. They've got momentum. They've played a few more games than us. They're scoring a lot. They've got some good chemistry with those top couple lines, and they're not going to want to change anything. Get off to a good start. You're at home. It's always nice to be the home team, but Minot, I think you just got to keep things simple. Keep the game simple. Don't get fancy. It's just when you're playing these solid teams, they're not going to make a lot of errors, and that's just the way it is. Odds on are they're going to play good. They're consistent. They've got the talent. We just got to be ready.
Finley Bentz was tattooed back in behind the net. Just running into him was Braxton Hager. Puck comes away to the Sabres. They're going to push up to center now. Up at center. Puck's taken away here by the Magi at Marsland as he dumped that one off ahead. Sabres back up to center ice with it across the neutral zone. It comes down for Sabres on the dump and chase as that puck was sent in from Lucas Vasey. Vasey in on the attack underneath the Minot high net. Magi went back to Blaze Ostrom tonight. The senior netminder has played in 18 games in his career at Minot High School with a .242 goals against average and an 86% save percentage. That's all time for the Magi and his 2 years in between the blue paints and the gold pipes for Minot High School. Icing on the play brings us all the way back into the Magi defensive end. I almost feel like I didn't get to think at all during that pregame show. That band was, I mean, they were right on top of us, weren't they?
Great. Yeah, it was great, but it was loud.
Gotta love it, don't you?
Yeah, I love those high school bands. They just get you jacked up. Game hasn't even started.
Did a little bit of everything tonight, from the Christmas carols all the way around to some new age rock, a little pop in there as well. They did a fantastic job here tonight. Nothing like the Sabre student section of that band. They've got the puck here. Shot on goal. Ostrom makes his first stop of the hockey game as it comes down to Batsu, pushes it back in behind the net. From behind the cage, this is Beasley, state top producer. Taken by the Magi, up to center with Morelli, and Morelli's got the 3-on-3 into the zone here as Morelli will fire. It went off the stick of the defender, Gavin Mitzel, up and out of play, and we'll have a stop and a face-off coming on Tyler Miller's blocker side here with 14:07 to play in this opening period. We do apologize. We don't have the score on the screen or a penalty time here tonight. Bottom line is this. Beck Sports got here before I did today, coming down from Minot to... They've got the jack on the board that we needed, so those Beck Sports guys have it here tonight. Glad you chose us to tune into here tonight at the VFW Sports Center in Bismarck. We appreciate your support of high school athletics and our mission of promoting local athletes. Puck's up to center now, where it's going to be dumped back in out in high territory. Taken here by Blaze Ostrom into the glove. A little high riser came in. And it's gobbled up there as Harrison Johnson fired it towards the net, but Ostrom made the save with 13:45 left here in this opening period. Dan Turkey's on the call here tonight. Dan Turkey, the longtime voice of Bismarck hockey, legendary voice at that. Great to see him here tonight and hear him on the PA inside of the VFW Sports Center. Drive came out front. That one just missed. Now there's going to be a call coming here on the Magi, and what will we have? It's going to be an interference penalty charge to the Magicians. I'm not sure who this is on. Let's see if we can get a look at it on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay.
Didn't really see it, but that was battling in front there, Jersey Abrahamson.
Minot High is going to go down. This is going to be a power play for the Legacy Sabres.
It's not really the way you want to start getting in the box really against Legacy. You've got to control your emotions. You get excited out there, but you've got to channel it in the right way. They're going to call it tight. That's just the way they are. They know these are big games or big rival games, and they don't want to let it get out of control.
First power play of the hockey game is for the Legacy Sabres, as Deal will take it and fire it all the way down to the other end of the ice surface. Captain for the Magi, Jersey Abrahamson, is in the box. Well, this is where Legacy can be deadly with what they bring up front as far as dynamite is concerned. Called it the high-octane offense in the pregame show here tonight. Butts waits for it underneath the net. He's got it here. 91 points in his career at Legacy. Two-time All-West Region selection, All-State a year ago. Goes back over to Vasey, near side to the point. Beasley's got it. Beasley, he's intercepted. Here comes Mac Morelli, short-handed up to center. And the puck's going to be stripped there as Jamison Johnson's back on the retrieve. But Mackley Morelli on the penalty kill with a nice job for the Magi to force that puck up to center. Now there's more trouble there as Coleman's going to have to go after it. And Carter Coleman is on the retrieve, but it's Johnson that's got it. Two starts the rush back up into the neutralized territory. Up at center, puck's into Minot High's defensive zone as it's taken here by Holland. He'll spin and fire that one the length of the ice.
Good kill for Minot. It's a way to be aggressive. Read those passes. Don't give them our zone so easy.
Into the offensive territory it comes now as it's taken by Elliot Hoon for the Sabres. He sends up shot and goes to the point. At the line, it's worked across from Garley. He'll get it back here. Garley working with 30 seconds of the Serpro power play out front. Shot save. Rebound on the doorstep. And coming up big for the Magi was Blaze Ostrom. First quality shot of the hockey game was on the doorstep. And Blaze shut the door to keep it scoreless on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Nick Hulberg and Matt Morelli on the call here from the VFW Sports Center in Bismarck. Big thanks again to Ryan Farragher and Jordan Willard for taking the time before tonight's game to have the conversations in Coach's Corner. Join us for our first intermission report. We caught up with Mario Lamoureux, the former captain of the Fighting Sioux back in his time before they were renamed the Fighting Hawks at the University of North Dakota. Short-handed, Finley Bentz is going to have a rush to the other end of the ice surface. Here's Bentz, he'll fire all, pad save there. Tyler Miller kicked out the pillows. Minot High kills off the first power play of the night for the Sabres. And the puck's going to come back into Minot High's territory. Now it's going to be darted right to the other end of the ice where Butts is back on the retrieve. Here's Butts, sent it around the end boards, trying to connect with Hoon. Comes to Finley Bentz, sends it out front here. Opportunity for the Magi and Rodacker. He's met on the doorstep by Hoon, who shut the door on him. Puck's going to come back away now. Underneath the goal line for the Sabres. They're going to push up to the near side. And at center ice for the Magicians, and going down on the play. That was Chase Groshey. Minot High fans wanted to call. They're not going to get that one. Comes away to Beasley. Beasley's in, fires. Ostrom goes down and hangs onto it. And Blaze Ostrom will make the save here with 10:42 to play in the opening period. Nobody on the board yet, but a high-tempoed hockey game.
Well, I think it's just you're a couple Minot forwards. You get over in the neutral zone. You don't have a play 1-on-2. There's nothing wrong with chipping it down in the corner. We've got to do a better job of that. We've struggled with that the last couple games, and it's got to start to set in. These guys got to learn that. You're turning the puck over at the wrong place on the ice.
on the blocker side of Ostrom. Strand's in on the draw. Top unit's back on for the Magi. As the puck comes up to neutral, and here comes Strand into the zone. He's going to be met there by Garley. Off the far wall, Morelli plants the hit, but the puck is freed here by the Sabres, and they come back into offensive territory now with Vasey across the middle. Richardson back in after it for the Magi. Reverses it to his partner to the near side. This is Jace Lemon, the sophomore, playing in his third varsity matchup for Minot High School. Morelli across the middle. Panasuk sent it out front, trying to fire towards the net. Hit traffic there. Comes away to Panasuk. Richardson at the point. Oh, Richardson lost it there. And back at center, it's Panasuk that has to start the motor and come back into the zone on the near side. Fires on Engels. Shot on goal, and the stop is made. Tyler Miller goes down and closes the door and keeps the score at scoreless on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
It's great to put shots on net there, but Miller he's not going to give up any soft one. He's too solid a goalie. He plays his angles well. He's just in control of his body, and we've got to get better shots at slot. You got to release quick. You don't have a lot of time in this game.
Up at center ice, puck comes away to Abrahamson. Missed a pair of games for the Magi. The captain was out sick to start the season. Puck's pushed across the middle there by Moose. It's going to come back in front to the Magi net. Abrahamson's got it. Gets it off to Rutlick. Abrahamson trying to clear the zone. He will. Comes back away onto the tape now of Harrison Johnson, who goes up off the wall. This roller will come all the way down. And we'll have an icing here tonight. That icing brought to you by our friends at Planet Pizza, 701-852-1700. It's Planet Pizza for all your hunger and cravings of pizza, pasta, you name it, chicken wings. They've got the best chicken wings on the planet. I'm telling you, man, Planet Pizza truly is out of this world. We're down to 9:28 to play in the opening period. Nobody's on the board yet. Sixth all-time matchup between these two programs. Minot's gone 3-2, but Legacy's got the most recent wins, and they've gone back-to-back in that column. Minot won the first three. Legacy won the next two. That's where we stand right now as the puck comes up to center. Here for Strand across the middle. This is Panasuk. Oh, he lost it there, and we go the other direction again here for McMahon. He pushes on forward, comes back into Minot High defensive territory. Radke on the near side, then Morelli freed it here to Deal. Comes away back to Butts, and Butts was met there by Strand. Puck across the middle. Oh, Strand sent it out in the middle of no man's land. It was Beasley that touched it, but now it's Johnson at center that's got it. Minot turns it over to Beasley again, and Beasley just shuffles this one off ahead. Comes to Deal. The Magi finally break it out of their own zone. Finley Bentz has the motor on. Bentz takes it down with a backhand, sent it just wide. Puck comes back away now for the Sabres. They bring it up into the neutral ice territory. This is Vasey down to the near side. Off the wall it comes, push free. Minot's got room with Richardson. Goes up onto the tape here for Rodacker. Out in front of the net. Here's Coleman. Fires side of the cage. Opportunity for the Magi and ice.
Good shot on net. A good play. Good transition there. That's what you got to do. You got to get it up the ice quick. And I mean, that's what you're not going to. These guys, Legacy's solid. We have to make good plays, crisp passes. That's the way it's going to take tonight.
Puck's up to center now. Bentz has it here. Across the middle, comes back over. Coleman put it on the doorstep for Rodacker. Just couldn't get there in time to knock it home for the Magi. Under 8 to play at 7:40 here in the first. Nobody on the board yet as the Sabres carry into offensive territory. This is a Legacy team that's only making their second appearance on home ice this year. Started the season off here and then haven't been home since. First time inside of West Region play that they're on their home ice surface. Pargo Davies was here back on the 2nd of December. That was 2 games ago here for the Legacy Sabres, and their homecoming here tonight is taken in by a handful of people inside the seats here at the VFW Sports Center. Not a giant crowd on hand, but not a tiny one by any means either. Puck comes back away to the near side. Put off the wall. Radke's going to come back to retrieve in his own territory. Ostrom barked out the orders. Magi bring it back up through neutral. 3-on-3 drill into the zone. It's going to come onto the tape now here for Rutlick. Got in front. He fired. Blocker stop was made there for Miller. And Johnson's going to pick it up here. Johnson, the All-State, All-WDA defender, had his pocket picked. Radke skates in, didn't have an option, so he just sent it down to the corner. Minot High goes off for a change, and the puck is going to come all the way back into Magi territory on an icing call here with 6:22 to play in a scoreless first.
Good break from Minot there. Yeah, I getting back to some of these plays. There's just a little bit of sloppy play, but a little bit by both teams where they're misconnecting, they're misfiring on the passes being made. In these big games, you don't have a lot of room for error. You got to be ready. You got to be making good plays. You don't have a play, get over the red line and just dump it in.
6:22 to tick down. Up at the point. Magi move it to the top of the circle where it comes away down to Panasuk. Tried on the backhander. Comes away down to Marsland, making his second appearance in the varsity ranks for Minot High School. Marsland, I thought, was real good the other night in his debut. There was a hit on the far side wall. Panasuk got into Garley. Garley goes off to the Legacy bench, and the Magi now have possession. They're up at center. No look pass off to Panasuk. He's in, fired, hit traffic out in front, and it sailed high over the net to Miller. Puck comes back away at the near point. Sent back down by the Magi and Groschi. Miller's going to go down. He'll hang on to it, and we'll have a face-off coming on Tyler Miller's glove side here with 5:46 to play in a scoreless first period.
I think it's good on both sides. I think you're feeling each other out a little bit. Nobody wants to make a big mistake, but it's just a matter of moving the puck a little quicker. This varsity level is a whole different ball game than coming up the Bantams and JVs. You got to be making good passes, hard passes. Play like a level above yourself.
Underneath the net here for Ronacher. Away it comes for the Magi. Out top, here's Bentz on the one-time opportunity that was set up by Coleman. He was denied on the defense out in front. Then Coleman's got the hit right at the Magi blue line. Sabres gain the zone, and they take it down to the near side, working out from here. Quick shot on goal on angle. Stop was made by Ostrom. That was Easton Moose that fired it in. The Magi get it again with Bentz at center ice. Comes back away for the Magicians. Lemon moved up. Holland into the zone for Ronacher. Back to Holland out in front. Holland turns towards the net, sent it wide. Puck comes back away on the near side wing, and it's sent up off the glass. Radke's got it here. Holland scrumming forward, poked free by Abrahamson. Back on the retrieve for the Sabres. This is Braxton Hager. And Hager moved it away to Beasley. Trying to clear the zone are the Sabres. Minot High making it difficult there. Minot's got the puck back. This is Rutlick, and oh, that shot came in. Stop was made from Miller. He was screened on the play.
Great save through the screen there.
Best opportunity of the hockey game for the Magi so far here in this WDA showdown. Back in with it comes Holland. Across the middle, top shelf. Holland shoots and scores. Holland makes it to 1-0 contest on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Just hard work. He's just determined. Kept the puck in. Might got a break there at the blue line. It was a turnover by Legacy, and putting it on net. It don't always have to be the hardest shot, but putting it on net. Maybe Miller didn't quite get a good look at it, and next thing you know, it's top corner.
Minot High's got the first lead of the hockey game, 1-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. We'll listen in to Dan Durkee. Here's the official call on Holland's tally. It's Holland from Abrahamson to the Magi. Lead 1-0 in the capital city tonight against one of the top teams inside of North Dakota, currently #1 inside the West region. That puck's going to be knocked away from the Minot High blue line around to play it as Blaze Ostrom fires it up to center where it's going to hit traffic there. The puck comes back away to the Magi and Morelli. Lead pass up to Panasuk. Panasuk in with it, met by Johnson. Puck comes back away down to Strand with a backhand. He'll dump that one back in underneath the goal line where Morelli has it again. And Morelli's going to set up shop up to the point. Sent back down from Lemon. Lemon gets it back, sends it through traffic. That one sailed just wide. Crashing in for the Magi at the line was Marsland. Comes back up top now, Panasuk. Here's Panasuk. Whistler in. That one caught Miller upstairs. And the puck's going to come back underneath the half wall. Back to Lemon at the point. Good pressure for the Magi. In, Strand fired. Morelli's got it on a tee. Sent that one just wide. And the puck's going to be flipped up off the glass. Foot race back into Magi territory.
There's a hit on the near side wall where the puck is freed by the Magicians' Marsland, and it's fired up to center into the offensive zone. Coleman's in. He's got Rodacker with him. Coleman taken down from behind on that play. Jason Bennett wanted the call. He didn't get it. Comes away into the glove of Blaze Ostrom, and Ostrom goes down and hangs on to it here with 2:46 to play in our opening period. Minot leading 1-0.
It's good. It's good pressure by Minot. They're kind of taking advantage of some bad puck handling by Bismarck players, but you've got to put them on net. We're missing the net a lot. And these big games, they all are important. Rebound, you get a lucky break, hit somebody. We've got to take advantage of those and put them on net.
Ben Holland's 4th point of the year, goal number 3 for the Magi, has them up in this contest here tonight at the VFW Sports Center. 2.5 to play in the opening period. Thanks for joining us tonight for North Dakota High School hockey. This is one that we've had circled on the calendar for a while, Matt, knowing that these two teams are both powerhouses. These are the two teams that I picked at the start of the year to finish at the top of the ladder inside of the WDA. Of course, Troy Olsen is always going to have a Century Patriots there. That 4th spot, I would have to think, is pretty much a wild card. Mandan, Dickinson, Botno. I mean, it's across the board, but there's one thing for sure. Here's a drive. Oh, Finley Bentz out front and a yawning goal mouth. Somehow that puck was kept out either off the crossbar or Tyler Miller got a glove on that. What a save.
I think he got a piece of it. I mean, it looked like an open net.
Back in for the Magi. Radke sends it back. Radke fires. Oh, Radke from the side of the cage puts it in.
I think it's Finley Bentz, I think, actually.
Finley Bentz,
from
thank
behind
you.
The net. Yeah, from behind the net.
Hard-working play again for the Magi. You're right. It's Finley Bentz that tucks it in. And the Magicians have made it 2-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Well, we said about putting pucks on the net, even though we didn't mean really behind the net. But sometimes you just... that goalie has his back to the player in the corner, and you put it on net, and you get a lucky break, it goes off the back of his leg. It was something like that because it hit him in the back and went in.
Finley Bentz on the goal for the Magi. Minot's got another one off the draws. It's down into the corner of the Magi. Lead 3-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. What a flurry for the Magi. Bing, bang, boom. And before anybody could say Charlie Brown, the Magicians have a pair.
Oh, just some bad puck handling by the Legacy defensemen. They're kind of on their heels a little bit, and it squirted out to the Minot guy and just buried it. That's what you got to do. You need to get some lucky breaks. It's a long game, but Legacy, I don't think they need to panic, and they won't panic. It's a lot of time left, 2 fill periods, but it's going to do a lot for Minot's confidence.
Minot high up 3-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. All those goals coming in the final 4 minutes of this opening period. Morelli wants some now. He's out front. Morelli tucked it. Here's a drive. Oh, they scored again. Strand was on the doorstep. The Magicians have come alive here at the end of the opening period. They lead 4-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Oh, my goodness.
Well, I don't think we saw that coming. I think we got Miller's down injured, and that's not, you don't want to see that.
Well, the Magi that time, Strand and Morelli are in on that goal. As Tyler Miller down on the ice surface here for the Legacy Sabres. You hate to see that.
You don't want to see anybody get hurt. And that's sometimes. You have issues where there's guys coming full speed in front, and they're looking for a rebound, they're being offensive, and it doesn't always, nobody ever goes and purposely injures a goaltender, but it just, he's watching the puck, and you got guys coming in at, high, full speed. Sometimes you never know, maybe sometimes guys get pushed into the goalie, and that causes problems too, and I don't care who we're playing, no matter how much we don't really care for an opponent, you don't want to see anybody get hurt. You want to play them straight up with their best guys against our best guys. And you just hope he's okay, because the goaltender for Legacy Miller is He's a vital part of their team, and it's just like every goalie is. You need that guy back there can make some big saves for you. And not that your backup isn't important either, but when you have a starter like that with experience, you don't want to see him go down.
Hopefully he gets up here soon. Hate to see it. Miller's now, the Magi are up 4-0. I said it was like somebody lit off a rocket all of a sudden before anyone could say Charlie Brown. It was 2-0. We'll take that times 4 as the Magi are up 4-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
The trick to throwing well is knowing where you want the ball to go. Like how the local bankers at First Western Bank and Trust take the time to learn about you and recommend the banking services like online banking or personal loans that keep your goals on target.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh? Sport Clips. The pros in men's hair.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
While we come back on a Ryan Family Dealerships replay. The good news is Tyler Miller's up and skated off on his own power. The bad news is that in a collision with Panasuk, that's going to result in Tyler Miller having his night come to an end. And you hate to see that at Allstate netminder for the Legacy Sabres dinged up here in this hockey game. He was down for quite a while, man. Hopefully everything's going to be all right with the young man for the Legacy Sabres.
Well, like we were saying, there's a lot of game left. I mean, high school hockey is about goals, a lot of goals a lot of times, especially in Legacy. They've got too much talent to be sitting at 0. There's no way it's going to end at 4-0. It's got to be. It's a long game. Don't sit on the lead by any means.
Now a goal for the Legacy Sabres, Tristan Otto. He's played in 2 games on the year with a 90% save percentage and a .185 goals against average. Under a minute to play, opening period. Legacy with the puck going to the near side as they take it from Hoon. He'll dump it in behind Blaze Ostrom. Deals in after it, trying to break out down to Rutlick. Rutlick makes the move, and here come the Magi again. Trying to look for a nickel to start things off for this opening period. Explosive opening period of play for Mountain High, leading 4-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Puck comes away to the near side. Up at the line, it's held in by Holland. He's going to chip it off ahead. Then Hoon. Holland still grinding forward. He's got a pair in this hockey game. He had the first and the third for the goals for the Magi. Final 4 seconds. All right, kids, cut them down. We're at 2, now 1. We are going to officially be through our first period of play. I don't know if anybody saw that coming here tonight. The Magi get off to a hot start. Good back and forth contest, and with just about 10 minutes complete, Mountain High came on loaded. Magi out shooting Legacy 13-5. We'll hear from Mario Lamoureux in between the periods here tonight. We'll talk about changes in the game as we'll talk to the former University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux captain, former head coach of the Magi. when we come back to our Magic Towing intermission report.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about Magic Towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about Magic Towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day. Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it. We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
And finally, Agent Smith. He's in charge of restoring your property to its original state.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about Magic Towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Welcome into our Magic Towing first intermission report. Magic Towing, you blow it, we tow it. Put the number in your phone now at 701-509-4011. Have the opportunity and the privilege to talk to former University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux captain, former Legacy Boys head coach, Mr. Mario Lamoureux. First things first, man, how's life in the new position?
Yeah, it's good. It's been very busy, so definitely a transition period. We're taking on a job with the volume of players that the club includes here in Bismarck. So definitely a little learning curve, but trying to get the hang of things and hopefully get a good grasp on the program as a whole and see if we can make some big changes, or not big changes, but just make the appropriate changes to hopefully take some steps forward.
You were an East Region guy at Grand Forks Central, and throughout time, and I got to be careful how to ask this, I just want it raw from you, however, on the answer. The East Region and the respect that comes back to the West, it really just frankly isn't there, is it?
You know, I grew up in Grand Forks. I mean, we would come play the teams in the West. We mentally felt like we were going in there and we were going to win. And to be honest, being around Bismarck for several years now, I think we look at those towns and we go in a little bit defeated. And I could go back to my professional career, going to countries that I knew absolutely nothing about. And you can kind of like, from a broad view, see how certain organizations are intimidated by other programs, and they go in thinking they're going to lose. And I was fortunate to win a championship over there one year, and I think we totally changed the culture with a group of people that knew nothing about the history there, and we just said we can be better and we will be better, and we ended up beating our big rival that's supposed to be better than us.
The kids on the west side of the state, there's enough talent there. It seems like the tier for tier and top for top, it seems, is there. Is the biggest thing just the amount of depth in your mind?
Definitely. I mean, if you go to look at the state tournaments, the teams in the West have to rely so much on their top line or top two lines. We get to the second period and we really struggle to compete the second half of games when you go to state. So I think you obviously got to work on developing the depth of your programs at a younger age, give kids an opportunity to play, give them the opportunity to fail, and then hopefully they can grow, learn from those mistakes, and be better players as they get into Pee-wees, Bantams, and high school, and hopefully can kind of take a step forward as a region. But yeah, we really do struggle, line for line once you get to the high school level.
I'm wishing you the best of luck as the program director of Bismarck Youth Hockey. I'm sure it's got to be a bit of an undertaking, a little bit different of a role, but I'm sure you're up for that challenge, right?
Yeah, it's parts of it can be a little intimidating at parts or at times, but you just try to weather the storm, try to evaluate things, be patient. I'm not one to go in and make any rash decisions. You really try to be patient with evaluating where is the club at, where are some easy adjustments we can make to take some steps forward. But you don't come in and like overhaul everything right away. You really just have to be patient, make those changes that you see necessary. And I think once we get through that first year, try and make some of the necessary adjustments to hopefully take a step forward, and hopefully that'll have a good effect on the other clubs within the region. I've been here for just under about 10 years now, coming back and forth from Europe, and really want to see the region as a whole take a step forward.
On to a question that I have to ask you, and your style of play at North Dakota, at Tri-City, you still hold the record for most penalty minutes at Tri-City. Is that right, in the United States Hockey League?
That's correct. I don't know if it'll ever be broken.
That's one that you could have some pride in. At North Dakota, you had some penalty minutes there as well, 60, 65, 85, 18. Those were the penalties on the year. You played a physical brand of hockey, and you made your hay by using the body, finishing checks. I have to ask this after we've seen high school hockey in the last 10 years take such a change, and USA Hockey overall taking a change where hitting in this game is changing and what is called is changing. What's your overall thought on that when I bring up hitting in hockey these days?
Yeah, the overall game, it's definitely been pushed, more skill, less physicality. You don't have, at a higher level, you don't have people that are designated just to go out and fight. You have to be able to play the game. But, intimidation certainly plays a factor when you're going to play a team. And I think if you can learn to play the game with a certain physicality in the right way, without going out and taking penalties, it can be such an effective way to play. USA Hockey's gone to, station-based practices, which has had great benefits in some ways, but, talking with some of, my old college teammates that are involved with hockey development in different parts of the country, they really look at it and say, I think we're developing a lot of soft skill. Kids that can toe drag and do all those things, which are valuable skills to have, but how do we use this in a productive way? Can we use these skills when someone's coming to take a run at you? And you really have to learn that at a young age, and I think we don't really expose our kids to the physicality, and people get intimidated by that. So I just think from a young age, you have to learn to be strong on your stick, use your body effectively, and like those are some things I'm really looking at from a development standpoint, because if you want to go beat, if you want to see the West Region, go compete with Fargo and Grand Forks consistently, I think physicality can be a huge part of just being more of an effective player.
Do you think that over time we'll get to a point where hockey's just eliminated from the game, or is there any concern in your mind that we ever get that far down the road in this?
I think it certainly seems to be trending in a direction that would say less physical, but that's why I think you teach appropriate physicality so that you can use your body effectively without taking penalties. Anytime you have a big open ice hit, there's a good chance that there could be a penalty call. So how can you play within the rules without taking penalties, but still have a little bit of an intimidation factor when you're on the ice? Because I know when you look at the calendar and you see a big tough team that you're going to play, no question in your mind you're thinking, wow, this is going to be a tough game. And that I think will always exist. It can always exist. But I hope that the physicality really can show you someone's real character when things get really tough. And that's what I enjoyed about playing, was when things would get physical and you can kind of rise to the occasion when it was a real tough game.
Final thing for you. How did you rack up 152 minutes in your final year at Tri-City in just 60 games played? That had to be some fights in there too, hey?
I fought quite a bit when I was 16 and 17, and that was kind of all I was doing. I was probably a little more distracted with that than trying to score goals. Probably mixed in a couple 10-minute misconducts, so to learn to keep my mouth shut towards the officials. But you learn the hard way sometimes. But no, it was good times, and I enjoyed being a physical player, and I think it gave me more room when I played.
Yeah, certainly did. Congratulations on the new gig. We miss you in high school hockey, of course, but excited to see what you do with Bismarck Youth Hockey. Happy holidays to you and the fam, and thanks for your time today.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks for having me, Nick.
That's Mario Lamoureux, the former Legacy head coach, the former University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux captain, and now the program director here at Bismarck. We'll recap the period when we come back. It's Legacy Bonnet High in WDA Hockey here on the PSP Network.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Well, what a start to this hockey game tonight. The Magi from Bonnet High lead 4-0. So we've reached our Magic Towing first intermission report. Magic Towing, you blow it, we tow it. Put this number in your phone now. You'll be glad you did. 509-4011. Magic Towing brings you the intermission. Big thanks to Mario Lamoureux and his time before the hockey game here tonight. Grew up the Bonnet hockey program. I told him the story tonight about how I watched his brother Phil, the former goaltender at the University of North Dakota as well, who was an absolute animal back all the way his whole life. He's still playing pro hockey overseas. And we shared some stories about our youth hockey days, he and Grand Forks, me and Bonnet. And I said, first time I ever saw your brother Phil Lamoureux, I was in Pee-wees, and his pregame ritual was doing about 600 up-downs, where a goalie goes down to his knees and pops back up. And I was just blown away by the young man. And let me tell you, I've still been blown away to this day. Phil Lamoureux, one of the greats all time to play at North Dakota, continuing his pro hockey career. Taking a look at the numbers from the first period of play in this one, brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. 5 locations across Western North Dakota in Minot and Williston. Only one power play so far in the hockey game. That came for Legacy. They did not convert
Big numbers here, 15 shots compared to the 5 for the Magi. Bonnet High scored 4 goals in that opening period of play. The goals came all within 4 minutes. At the end of the period, it was Holland picking up his 3rd from Abrahamson, and Finley Bent scored. Give you the rest of that in a second. Ostrom in to stop, save, rebound, loose side of the cage. Puck's going to come back away up to the line. Johnson sends it in. Then Holland from Abrahamson again, followed by Strand from Morelli. And we've got ourselves a 4-0 hockey game at the end of one period. Matt, what was your big takeaway from that opening period? Obviously, Bonnet High doing a lot of little things right in this game, out shooting Legacy 13-5 at the end of one and outscoring them 4-0.
I think maybe mine was the aggressor. I think we were a little more aggressive. Oh, good save. I think we just took advantage of the opportunities that we were given. But there was some turnovers. We put them in the net. We had a couple miscues in our own end, but we kind of were lucky and got out of it without nothing too much damage. But I think we took advantage of some average play by the Legacy defensemen, and they know that. They'll have a better period here. It's a lot of game left.
Ostrom back-to-back stops with a catching mitt. He'll hang on to it. How about Blaze Ostrom? Had a big one just a moment ago, and he gobbles that one up as well, seeming to really find a stride here in the middle portion of December.
Well, you got to settle in a little bit, and it's good for his confidence. When you have a team in front of you that gets out to a lead, that takes a lot of pressure off a goalie, and it's a long ways from over, but it will help him moving on. This game moves on.
Puck goes up into the Legacy bench and on a play. This hockey game tonight brought to you by Prestwich Orthodontics. Prestwich Orthodontics, home to 0% financing and free consultations, either virtual or in the office at Prestwich Orthodontics. Find them online at mineandbraces.com. It's a fun, relaxed atmosphere. The Google reviews will speak for themselves at Prestwich Orthodontics, proud supporter of our mission of promoting local athletes in our great state of North Dakota. What are the big changes for Legacy at the end of that first period? What do you think Ryan Farragher and Wade Davison had to say to their crew at the end of one?
I think they just tell them, hey, we got a couple unlucky breaks there. The biggest thing is they have a lot of time. There's no reason to panic, and good teams don't panic. They buckle up, they bear down, they go harder, they work harder. It's the old saying, hard work is what.
Drive came in. Rodacker's going to tuck it through the 5-hole as he was set up from Coleman. Rodacker's hurt on the near wall, but Rodacker came in and scored his second goal as a magician through the 5-hole of Tristan Otto. It's 5-0 Magi.
It's kind of like one of those games where you're whatever is put on net is going in. That's getting some lucky breaks. You can't fault. I mean, he's coming in cold. You can't fault the Otto by any means. He's got to get warmed up a little bit. He hasn't seen a lot of shots. Why not continue to do what you're doing? Getting pucks on net, shoot from anywhere, but hit the net, make it tough on the goalie, and go from there.
Rodacker from Coleman. 5-0 Bonnet High on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Sabres with possession up to center. Puck comes away to the near side where it's going to be taken underneath the Bonnet High net. Holland going to work on it here. The ace in the hole here for the Legacy Sabres tonight, folks. Don't forget, Beasley leads the state with 20 points on his campaign. Shot on goal. Ostrom came up with a point-blank save. Bonnet pushes to center, and they give chase now. Is back on the retrieve as Mitzel turning back to his left, and Mitzel will start the motor up to center, launches down. Will we have an icing? We will here with 14:33 to play in the second. It's 5-0 Bonnet High as they have been the dynamite stick of offense here tonight. A team that came in scoring 4.5 goals per game. They had 18 goals in 4 games coming into tonight. And boy, let me tell you, the 5 they've got on the board have been impressive here in this hockey game, all off of hard work.
I think in your mind, you keep doing what you're doing. You keep playing physical, but smart, stay out of the penalty box. And if you're in trouble, just fire it off the glass. Icing is okay in high school hockey. Most of the time, you need it.
Strand to Panasuk. Offensive territory. Morelli in on the forecheck. Bounced off the end boards away to Strand here on the near side. Deal's going to try to pinch in and hold the zone. He does. Strand's got it. Panasuk by himself. Oh, put it on a tee, and that one was on its side. And the high riser went up and out of play as Easton Panasuk was bidding for his team high 5th of the season.
Well, there's nothing wrong with putting shots on it. You just have to hit the net because you're lucky. A lot of times you're missing the net. It's like a breakout for the other team. We're lucky that it went up in the netting. But don't make things any easier. Don't give Legacy any life at all. Keep putting the screws to them. Let them have it. Put the pressure on them. There's no pressure on Minot. You got the lead.
Puck's underneath the net now as Panasuk went to Strand out front. Morelli tucks it home. Oh, Mackley Morelli on the doorstep, and Mac picks up goal number 4, point number 9 on the year, and it's all Minot high in this one, 6-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Well, like we said, Minot, we've been the recipient of some of these games, so you like to see guys just act like you've done it before. You've been there before. We've taken our lumps in the history of Minot High hockey, so remember, everybody's got a good memory, and you don't need to be walking around, skating around, cocky and arrogant, and thinking that we just won the Stanley Cup. Take it easy. There's a lot of game left. If things aren't going Legacy's way, that doesn't mean you go by their bench and rub it in and act like you're unsportsmanlike. That's not what the game's about. Play hard, straight up hockey. Yeah, you want to have fun. The game's about fun. It should be fun, but do it within. Keep your cool out there. You don't have to lose your cool, and because we're going to see these guys again. Well, and it might be more than once.
Going back in the record books, this is game number 6 all time between these two schools. The biggest margin of victory in this lifetime series, Matt, was a 4-1 win for the Legacy Sabres at Minot's Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena. So you look at what this series has been lifetime. Nobody's blown anybody out. Minot High is 1-1 at home against Legacy, being outscored 7-6. Minot's 2-0 here at the VFW Sports Center against the Sabres, outscoring them 4-1. And in the region championship last year, that 5th meeting, it was 4-2 in favor of the Sabres, who went on to drop to Fargo Davies in the state tournament quarterfinals in double overtime. They had the chance. They almost made it into the semifinals. This puck will come down to the goal line, not for an icing, however, as the puck comes away now up to center. Mackley Morelli got the last tally for the Magi, and a pair of goals in the first 3 minutes of the second period as Minot up 6-0.
Oh, it's a nice tic-tac-toe play. You cycle the puck and work it down hard in the corners. Good things will happen. And that's, I think, all 3 guys, that last goal for Minot, all 3 guys touched the puck, which is what you want. That's the whole point of it, working a forecheck the right way.
Panasuk and Strand were in on that Morelli tally. Minot's got the puck again underneath the net here with Coleman. Coleman back behind the cage, worked to the far side. Finley Bentz. Rodacker, who's got a goal here in the second period. It's up to the line, held by the Magi, fired in. Otto makes the save, and Tristan Otto's going to fall on it. Face-off will come on his glove side. Tonight's game brought to you by Mason Kramer Photography. Game action shots and senior portraits at Mason Kramer Photography. Find him online, MasonKramerPhotography.com, or on all social media platforms. Big thanks to Mason Kramer. On the draw, offensive territory for the Magi. It's the Sabres that control possession now as Vasey's going to carry it forward. Drops it away over to Lewis. Lewis will fire. That one was high and missed. Puck's down to the near side half boards. Holland reverses it to the near side to Richardson. To center come the Magicians again. Dumped off ahead. This lead pass is going to come up to Abrahamson. Otto stuck it away. Abrahamson scrubbing in the corner. He's hit there down and deep from Mitchell. Hasn't lacked physicality in this hard-hitting West Region affair tonight. Shot from the line, knocked down. Held by Richardson at the point. He'll fire in. That one hit traffic out front. Here's Rutlick trying to get a handle on it, but it's the Sabres that push it right back up into the neutral ice zone. Levin will take it. Off the wall, Johnson other end of the ice surface all the way down. Sabres go for a wholesale change. Magi will bring the puck all the way up. Strand tried to touch it, but that will come down for an icing. And that icing on the play is brought to you by our friends at Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Roger Ward can help you with your moving and storage needs. They've been proudly helping the region with their moving and storage needs since 1942. It's a long time at Roger Ward Moving and Storage.
Well, they're doing something right. You've been in business that long.
Yes, they certainly are, my friend. On the glove side of Blaze Ostrom. He's seen 9 tonight. He stopped them all. Mountain High holding their opponents to 20 shots per game or less on the season. Up to center for the Magicians. It's Morelli that dumps it down. Back in behind the cage. This is Elliott Hoon on the near side. Strand pinched in, lost his stick. Comes to Morelli, looks for number 2. Oh, it hit the pipe. Puck comes back away underneath the net, shuffled up to the point. Deal's got it here. Deal off to Panasuk. Then to Strand. Morelli again. Morelli sent it far point. Onto the tape. Radke sent it in. High riser missed. Up to center we go now here for McMahon. As McMahon at the red line. Upended. That puck goes way up into the rafters. Doesn't hit any of them, and it drops back into play.
Doesn't hit the speaker.
VFW Sports Center holding around 1,700 people. It's the home to this year's West Region Hockey Tournament. Doing everything in our power to get the broadcast rights for the West Region Tournament again this year. We're at the mercy of the North Dakota High School Activities Association. And whatever their decision is on who gets those rights, we'll let you know as soon as we get that word. However, we'll have digital radio at the very least of the WDA tournament. All 11 games from right here at the VFW Sports Center. Puck's underneath the net now as Radke's got it. He'll start the motor, trying to feed it off. Comes back up to the neutral ice territory. Mitzel knocks it off ahead. Radke now Bentz. Finley Bentz up to center. He can motor, can he? He's got it into the offensive territory here. Bentz on the backhand, sailed it wide. Far side, Schmeichel on the ice for the Magi. I talked to him before the game without the helmet on. The golden locks were flowing. I said, "Are you a skateboarder?" He said, "No." I said, "Do you jam in a band?" "No." I said, "It's just a hockey hair preference." He said, "It always has been." Smiled and walked away. Classic. I wish I would have had it on tape, man.
It's all business.
All business. Nice kid. Puck's up to center now here for the Magicians as they take it with Richardson. He's going to skate into the offensive territory. Back on the retrieve. Hager reverses to his partner on the near side. That's Lewis. Garley on the near wall. Held it at the point. Now it's going to be flung to the other end of the ice surface here by the Sabres, who will have an icing. With 9:37 to play in the second, 6-0. Mountain High leading this hockey game. And that icing brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. 25 years is your factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal. There's no other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains Heating and Air. Find them online, northern-plains.com. Top unit back on for the Magi. Top unit out for the Sabres. This is quite a matchup when you look at who's on the ice surface. Some of the state's top talent in our West region and in the entire state of North Dakota. That one flipped in on Otto. He's going to go down and hang on to it. Game reset brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. Ryan Family Dealerships, 50 years. Ryan has been the trusted name in car buyers and for car shoppers in western North Dakota. They've got 5 locations in Williston and Minot. Minot had goals in the first period. Well, they got another one here as Panasuk from Strand tucked it to the top shelf. It's 7-0 Minot High School as Panasuk's got his team high 5th of the season. Here's a Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Off the draw. Minot's won that category tonight as well as the faceoffs have favored the Magi here in this showdown.
Well, they've gotten all the breaks tonight, which is it's tough for Legacy. They haven't gotten anything, and they've lost their goaltending to make it even worse.
Panasock from Strand, Ed Morelli.
But I think if you're Legacy, you just got to keep working. You got to forget about the scoreboard. Say, listen, we got a period and a half. That's still half the game. They need to pop a couple and get back into it, and you can't give up anymore. It's tough when you're down that many. I know it seems hopeless for Legacy fans, but you got to start somewhere. Chip away at it. Take the game in 5-minute increments and see if you can pop one or two.
What's your concern level that this one's going to turn 1990s and get Western here tonight?
Well, you hope not. And don't do anything. Minot's got to be smart. Don't do anything stupid. You're up. You're feeling good, but don't get crazy. You don't have to be. Use your head. It's early in the season. We haven't done anything yet. We're going to see these guys again, probably more than once, a couple times, probably more. So be smart and use your head. It's like I said, we don't want to have anybody get hurt, much less take bad penalties.
Up to center from Johnson. It comes down to Lewis. We'll give you that game reset in a moment. Tip down in front. Oh, Ostrom came up with a stop again for the Magi. Puck's on the side of the net. Puck's freed here for the Magicians. They start the rush up to center. The backhand feed comes to Finley Bentz, and Bentz is into the zone with it. Bentz will take it down. Pinned up by Hoon underneath the net from Rodacker. Goes away to the far side from Duchesne. Coleman's down on the ground. He's back up with it. Starting to get rough a bit more now here as we're down to 7:38 to play here in our second frame. Minot's up 7-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Finley Bentz has the puck. Back to Richardson. Holland had a pair in the first. Bentz had a goal. Strand had a goal. Abrahamson had a pair of assists. Morelli had an assist. Oh, there's a big hit from Rodacker in deep. More physical play on the near walls. This puck comes all the way down. Rodacker still having a scrum with Duchesne off your TV screen as the puck comes back away for the Magi into the zone. Bentz will cut across the middle, taken away here by Strider McMahon, who's got an 8-point year to his name, and McMahon will carry back in. McMahon to the far side. Those were the goals in the first. The 3 that came in the second, by the way. Rodacker from Coleman. Mac Morelli from Panasock. Puck's out front. That drive went wide. Strand had an assist on that play at 14:45. And then just a moment ago at 9:15, it was Panasock from Strand and Mac Morelli. 7-0 Magicians. The highlight reel is filling up here tonight at the VFW Sports Center. The Magi want more with Rutlick. Rutlick carries down. Underneath the net, Rutlick away to the near side. Rides butts off the play. Back to Rutlick. Now Holland. Back in front, Rutlick. In the slot, fire, save, rebound, side of the net. Here's Holland with it. Holland taken down on the play, delayed call coming. And Minot High is going to get their first power play of this hockey game here with 6:07 to play in the second.
Well, you give that line credit. They've worked hard. They've been working hard. They're grinding away. You have a system. You don't have a play. You chip in the corner. It's just called cycling the puck. It's simple hockey. You can give headaches to the other team's defensemen when you do things the right way. You chip it in the corner. You don't have to try to beat 3 guys. That's youth hockey. This name of the game in this day and age is give and go, short passes. Can you make a pass and then bust loose and get open? We always say the most important guy, people that don't have the puck. Trailer don't have the puck. So either way, well, I thought you said we were on the bar, but we're short.
Yeah, I was just going to tell you that Jordan Willert, Jason Bennett, and John Grubb, the look on their faces and the conversation that they just had with Jeremy Meelan. Hey, let's listen in. 2 minutes for slashing on Abrahamson. Well, that will be a Legacy power play, rather. Their second of the game. Power play comes out for the Sabres for the second time.
Guess we all thought it was on. Penalty was on Bismarck, but I mean, they showed us.
Puck's back away to the near side. We promise not to give any refs a hard time tonight.
No, we never do that.
Out in front it comes. Near side half wall. 5:38 to play in the second. Minot's up 7-0 as the Sabres and the highest powered offense in the state of North Dakota are on the ice with McMahon down to the far corner. Drops it down in deeper where it's going to be taken on the odd angle. High ripper from Easton moves looking for point number 5. That one sailed over the cage and back on the retrieve for the Sabres. It's Johnson, their all-state D-man. Morelli takes it away. Here comes Patasuk trying to go right back to Morelli, but now it's Beasley into the zone. State's top producer, Beasley, high riser missed. Puck goes back underneath the net. Butts scrubbing forward in deep. Butts trying to go to the point. It's one of those nights where nothing is going right for Legacy and everything's going right for the Magi. It's a long season. Puck comes all the way back into Mount High's offensive zone as it's cleared down. Power plays out for another 37 seconds. This is a Serve Pro power play for the Legacy Sabres, their second of the game. Elliot Hood hit by Holland. Then Holland takes it and shuffles it right down the ice off the wall.
Nice play there. Our penalty kill's been pretty good. I mean, I think we're aggressive. I think some of these teams are a little loose coming up the ice, and Minot just forces them wide. You always want to keep them wide. And that was going to be an icing on Legacy. Oh, those make coach want to grab some Advil immediately when you're icing the puck on the power play. Those are kind of no-nos you can't do. They're going to happen, but when you're down 7, that's probably not what you're looking for.
Well, Ryan Farragher and Wade Davison in their first year as co-head coaches here for this Legacy Sabres team. They know their way around the hockey rink. There's no doubt about that. Ryan Farragher from Fort Francis, Ontario, played for the Bismarck Bobcats from 2009 to 2011. The netminder went 53-26-9 before he went on to St. Cloud State University and had 53 wins over 3 years there. Minot's had full strength into the zone, into the catching mitt to Blaze Ostrom. He's going to hang on to it, and Ostrom gloves it. We're down to 3:56 to play in the second. After his time at St. Cloud State University, he played professional hockey in between the American Hockey League and the ECHL. Got all the way up to the American League, where he had 28 games played between Stockton, San Diego, and Norfolk. He wasn't in the AHL. He was playing in the ECHL, where he had 9 career shutouts. He obviously was an X-level guy that was good at the higher levels, where he played pro hockey from 2014 until the 2019 campaign before coming back to Bismarck as junior hockey stomping grounds and settling down here in the capital city. Good to have him in the league. You know he's not satisfied right now, I guarantee you that much. This club's down 7-0. Here's Deal on the near side. Puck's taken away. Sabres have it. They push up to center. One-on-one drill into the zone. Making the play defensively was Groschi. That's on the play from Caleb Johnson.
That's a nice play by Groschi. You don't have to blow a guy up. All you need to do is slow him down, angle him to the outside. You slow him down, it lets the 4 other guys in your team come back and help out. That's a good play. It's not all about making these big giant hits that these guys all want to do, but you've got to be smart.
Back in with the opportunity. Johnson sent it in. The stop was made. Blaze Ostrom, when called upon here tonight, he has been good. That's save number 12 on shot 12 of the hockey game.
Minot's getting it a little too loose out there. It was almost a 3-on-0. Come on, you guys. You're up 7, but come on. Now you're icing the puck. You're getting good habits. Don't just start reverting to bad, lazy habits when you're up by 7 goals. That's when you should be playing confident, smart, making easy passes. Don't give Legacy any more ammunition. They're already upset enough being down 7. They want to do something, and they have nowhere to go but up.
Off the draw on Blaze Ostrom's blocker side. Good to see Phil Beninati here tonight from KX News. He'll have the highlights of this hockey game on KX. Kids are fortunate in North Dakota. Sports coverage. Gotta appreciate that, don't you? Job well done to all those involved. We'll have high school basketball on tomorrow night. It's a doubleheader on the PSP network in Minot and a doubleheader in Bismarck, as well as St. Mary's is at Legacy and boys and girls high school hoops. Minot High will be at home against Bismarck High in girls and boys high school basketball. There's an icing on the Magi, and the puck will come all the way back to the other end of the ice surface. Yeah, that matchup tomorrow night is an intriguing one. Here you see the schedule the rest of the week. We had a misprint on that hockey game on Saturday. You see that 4:30 in red. We had it scheduled at 7:30. That's at the All Seasons Arena, by the way, at 4:30 coming up on Saturday afternoon. Yeah, the intriguing matchup tomorrow. The #1 ranked girls basketball program in the state. Minot High hosting Bismarck. That game at 6 o'clock. We'll have the call for you on the PSP network. Followed by the boys matchup around 8 as the number 3 ranked Minot High Magicians host Jordan Wilhelm's Bismarck Demons. Delayed call on the play, and then there's a collision. And get ready, we're not done with this altercation yet as the boys having a conversation on the near wall. Butts comes in, the captain of the Legacy Sabres. We'll watch this one back on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Up to center for the Magi, then the puck was transitioned back the other way. Yeah, in my mind, that's just Marsland making a good hockey play.
Good hit. It kept his elbows down.
Well, they took a pair of them to the box, so the conversation continues on between the captain, Butts. I believe it's Strand of the box, or is it Marsland for Minot High that's in the penalty box?
I think it's Marsland, I think.
Well, Brock Matson still out of the lineup with Andrew Coleman, two of the steady Eddie defensemen for Minot High. Here, let's listen to him.
Number 15, Marcus Fox, 2 minutes stripping. And for the Magicians, number 25, Joshua Marsden, 2 minutes for roughing, time for penalties.
A roughing and a tripping. Well, I'm not going on a rant like I went on last Saturday night, but I'll tell you right now, you see big blow-up plays like that, clean or not, 9 times out of 10, you're going to see a penalty called in North Dakota high school hockey. I like it. I would say keep hitting and playing that way without a doubt in my mind. Puck comes all the way back up to center ice. Lemon back on the retrieve. There's the 1-minute call from Dan Durkee. Morelli's got it here. He's going to skate it off ahead into the zone. Morelli, fancy move. Then he's upended on the play. Puck is chipped up off the glass by Mitzel. Held at the line. Lemon holds and sends it down. Trying to go to Panasuk. Getting it back underneath it at Mitzel. Far points. Radke was there to regather. Then Radke has the hit there on Moose. Puck's free to the Magi and Lemon. Off the wall, down it comes. Well, we have an icing. They're going to say it was touched. It's waved off. We're down to 29 seconds to play here in the middle period. Minot High up 7-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. On the near side wall. Radke's got it. All right, kids, you know what to do. We're at 17 seconds to play in the period. Cut him down. Minot High's into the zone. This is a 3-on-2. Finley Benz looking for the outlet. Off to Rodacker. Just behind his tape, but now it's the Sabres that come out to center. One more chance. 3 seconds in the period. They're going to have to fire. Time expires, and we are through 2 periods of play at the VFW Sports Center, the home of the Bismarck Bobcats. And I tell you what, we've got ourselves a game that I don't know if anybody saw it coming and brewing up this way tonight. 7-0. Minot High's got the lead. And I would just say this, you might want to buckle up the seatbelts because this third period could get a little rough and tumble, I'd have to assume. Magic Towing intermission report comes up next. We'll break down how Minot High's mustered up a 7-0 lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. We'll also have all the highlights and an update from around the league tonight on who's playing, who's winning, what we can expect the rest of the week. 7-0 Magi on top at the end of 2.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
There is no place like the country club. 18 holes of immaculate golf, along with Golf Simulator, PGA staff, club fitting and lesson, driving range and practice green, pro shop, delicious food, endless fun in the pool, and activities for the whole family. Learn more and become a member today.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shots Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day. Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it. We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
And finally, Agent Smith. He's in charge of restoring your property to its original state.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Don't be like Gary. Make sure you have that number in your phone. 701-509-4011. It's Magic Towing bringing you the intermission report here tonight. Mountain High up 7-0 at the end of 2 periods of play. Nick Hulberg alongside of the former University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux, Mr. Matt Morelli. Well, I said it as we went to the break at the end of the second. I don't think anybody could have predicted 7-0 at the end of 2 periods tonight. What has it been about Mountain High's game that has been so special here in this contest?
Well, I think they came out buzzing. You could tell in the first couple shifts we had good pressure on Legacy, and I think maybe that set the tone. You're getting aggressive style of play. You've said it before. I don't think you can change your style of play because we don't agree with some of the calls. And that's a totally different story for another day. And you and I have never, we don't maybe necessarily agree on some physical play and hard where there's penalties, but it's you accept it and you go from there. But I think Minot, you know you're on the road. Sometimes I think when you're on the road, there's less pressure. These kids are at home, they got their buddies, they got families. You get on the road, you maybe have a bus ride to maybe think. Maybe unwind a little bit. These kids, they have their fun on the bus, and sometimes maybe it's a good thing is getting out of town for a road game. And these we talk about how important these early games are with West Region opponents. You need those points because come February, end of January, February, it's a grind, and there's going to be some tight games. We said we're going to play these guys again. I guarantee you. They're going to remember every part of this game. Things aren't going Legacy's way. We know that. They know that. But if you're Legacy, coaches probably tell them, let's play for some pride. Let's make it respectable. Say whether they come back from 7 or not. Not saying they can't. It's been done. But it's getting good habits. You've got to quit making the same mistakes over and over. We know kids aren't perfect. No athlete, girl or boy, is going to be perfect 100% of the time. But can we correct the mistakes that are being made? The coaches see things over and over. That's when they have an issue. They want to be starting to, as every game of the season goes on to the next game, try to get better. Minot knows we have a tough schedule coming up. You still got a game Saturday. You've got a game Tuesday. We've had guys sick. We've got a guy out injured. That is tough on a team. If we can grind it out and with some guys seeing added minutes, that brings that's great for team camaraderie in my mind. I think you'd agree.
Tonight it certainly has worked well with the buzz that they've got. They picked up a win, Minot High that is, in a shootout over Devil's Lake on Tuesday night. Here tonight they got off to a hot start. Let's look at the game reset brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. 50 years Ryan Family Dealerships has been a trusted name in Western North Dakota. Mountain High got the first goal of the hockey game. It was Holland's third of the year from Abrahamson that made it 1-0. Got a little bit of everything in this highlight package coming your way. There's some big hits. Physicality hasn't been lacking here in this hockey game by any means tonight. There's been some big goaltender saves. Blaze Ostrom's been big in this hockey game. Ostrom making 12 saves on 12 shots from the early portion. And the word goal here tonight, Tyler Miller went down for the Legacy Sabres. Miller, the all-state selection. Gave up the first of the night. There's Holland's goal. With 4 minutes left in that opening period of play. Then the Magi just kept pouring it on. They scored 3 more times in the first. Finley Bentz gets the goal. There's an opportunity there for the Magi that was just off the mark. Here's the Bentz tally. Bentz tucked it in. That was just a few moments later. Holland's going to grab another one coming up. And then Strand and Morelli are going to end the scoring in the first. Here you see the play. Anisak got into the goaltender Tyler Miller. Not an intentional play by any means. However, Miller went down. That would be the end of his hockey game tonight. Might have led 4-0 at the end of one. They outshot Legacy 13-5 in the first. In the second period of play.
See some more of these highlights. Blaze Ostrom, big save, point blank out front. But the Magi are going to start pouring it on here with Rodacker. Puts it through the 5-hole on Tristan Otto. That makes this hockey game 5-0. Rodacker went down. That was at 15-25. Rodacker was back up and all right. Then the top unit for the Magi. They start to strike here. There's a miss on an opportunity for Panasuk. But they get a pair of them coming up, as you'll see here next. Panasuk, Strand out front, Morelli on the doorstep, and Mackley Morelli tucked that one low corner for his 5th of the year. 6-0 Magicians. They add another one here at 9:15 to play in the period. Off the draw, the puck comes out front. Panasuk's going to get it here and tuck it to the top shelf. Morelli had the assist on that play along with Strand. Then some more physicality here in this hockey game. Are you expecting this third to be rough and tumble in the third period of play, Matt?
Well, yeah, I do. I hope it's not, but it's going to probably get a little chippy because you've got a team that's taking it on the tough side. It's probably going to get, they're probably frustrated, but you've got to, cooler heads have to prevail. You've got to think this is only the early part of the season. You're not even to the halfway point. Take it easy. Don't go out there and you just act like you've never, had any common sense and composure. Nothing good happens when you're running all over, looking to kill somebody and make a big hit. You want to get a guy back. And I know it sometimes looks great if you're a spectator, but it's really not. You don't want to see anybody out. You don't want to see anybody hurt. You want to play hard hockey. We want their best, and they want to go against Minot's best. And Legacy, no, they haven't. Not much has gone their way tonight. But you still have 17 minutes. They started out the second period real good. They had the first 4 or 5 shots of the period, and they have too much talent on that team to just fold the tent. And I know they won't, because most high school guys, they've got a good coaching staff. They're going to talk some sense into them and say, "Come on, you guys, let's build on this. We've got more games. It is, if things aren't going our way, you sure don't quit."
On the same note, you look at the state scoring leaders presented by North Dakota High School Hockey.com. There's a couple of them in white jerseys on the ice here tonight. One of them is the state scoring leader, and Drew Beasley. He's got 20 points on the season. Number 1 in the West, number 1 in the state, number 2 in the West, number 4 in the state. Marcus Butts has 14. This game's not over yet either. I mean, 7-0 is quite a margin. That's a hill to climb, to say the least, to the sport that we love so much. However, Legacy's got the ability to score in bunches, and that can be a scary situation as well. Minot High, like you mentioned, they just can't take the foot off the gas here.
No, that's right. You keep doing what you're doing. Stay out of the penalty box. I think Minot overall has done a pretty good job of that tonight, because usually it's been a problem for us, taking too many penalties, but you can't give these guys any room. You've done well for 34 minutes. Now keep it going. Don't give them any glimmer of hope. Just keep taking squash their dreams and finish out this period the way it should be. Hard, straight up hockey, playing smart, chipping pucks in, blocking shots, because you want to keep continuing to improve every game, and I'm sure the coach is telling them that. Things are going your way, but there's a lot of games where things don't go your way all the time like this.
Tomorrow night on the PSP Network, join us for Bismarck High, Minot High in a doubleheader, boys and girls basketball. The Demons and the Magenta Magi at 6 and 8 tomorrow night. We'll have the call of that one. That should be a wild atmosphere inside of Magic City Campus's gymnasium, just like we expect this third to be between Legacy and Minot High. The Magi lead 7-0 as we start our third frame. It's run time here in this third. Quick goal. This is Vasey. Comes down and Vasey tucks it home. He beat Blaze Ostrom, and Vasey's got his first of the season, and Legacy's on the board.
We just talked about don't get soft, because there's a lot of, now you already scored in the first minute. Even though it's run time, that's probably the best thing for Minot. But don't get soft out there. It's come on, you guys. It's simple hockey. You want to put a team down. It's kind of like you get them where it counts, and you let them have it. You don't give them any breathing room.
Vasey picks up his first of the year. Leads cut to 6. Monaghan Maroon. Legacy in white. If you're just tuning in tonight, Nick Hulberg, Matt Morelli on the call from the VFW Sports Center here in Bismarck. Well, building blocks. Let's listen in to Mr. Dan Durkee.
Number 12, Strider McMahon. Assistant number 10, Drew Beasley. Time to go 130. McMahon and Beasley.
I'm sorry, that was McMahon from Beasley. Beasley's back in, fires top shelf. Uh-oh, back-to-back tallies. Beasley's state high 21st of the year, and all of a sudden it's 7-2. Not even 2 minutes into the third period.
Well, if you're Minot, you better get with it. I don't know if you call a timeout and say, settle down. It's not the end of the world giving up 2, but we told you they're going to come out hard. That's the human nature. I mean, come on, you guys. It's not hard playing hockey, but you're giving outnumbered chances to the guy that leads the state in scoring. Bad things are going to happen.
Let's listen in to Dan Durkee once again.
Number 10, Drew Beasley. Assistant number 7, Jameson Johnson. Time to go 138.
Beasley from Johnson. And Drew Beasley's got his team high 12th of the season. State high 21st point of the year. That's 7-2 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. BNC.bank. Locations in North Dakota and Arizona. We no longer have run time in this hockey game, Matt, as Legacy Sabres just tanked in 2.
Yeah, sorry, it would have been that would have been great to keep that clock running, but you knew it was too easy, and that's not the way the game should be played. Is I know it's normal for guys to get a little soft and complacent on a big lead, but if you're going to be a great team and do something, you want to be the opposite of that. You can't let the scoreboard act, depend on how you're going to play. Keep playing the same way. Play aggressive. Be hitting more. You're already frustrating those guys a ton. Keep it rolling.
Face off on Otto's blocker side. If you haven't already done so, make sure to hit the subscribe button on the YouTube platform. Make sure to like and follow us on all social media platforms as well. You'd be amazed how far a subscribe and a like and follow goes in our mission of promoting local athletes in our great state of North Dakota. Well, it's that Mike Tyson's Ultimate Knockouts highlight reel, and just that shark in the water sensing blood, knowing when it's time just to finish what you've got started. And right now, the Sabres starting this third period of play with a pair of goals within the first minute and a half. On it high with Deal. Over to Radke on the near side. Strider McMahon that had the first here for the Sabres. Beasley had the second. Mac Morelli's back into the zone with it. He's going to move it down into the corner. Puck's going to be tied up underneath the Legacy net. Panasuk's in there, scrubbing for it. Out with it comes Strand. Strand works to the top of the circle. Morelli called for it, that he was covered. Strand sent it to him, and here come the Sabres up to center. Schmeichel had a stick on it for a moment. Lemon sweeps it free to the far side. Now Panasuk high up off the glass, and the puck comes back out to the neutralized territory where the Sabres go on the retrieve here with Braxton Hager. Taken away by the Magi. Into the zone they come. First shift of this varsity game for Hageno. Walks, fires. Oh, they scored. The Magi tuck it home to make it 8-2.
Now you're back to run time, which is good. And that was a big one. I mean, Myatt couldn't afford to let a third goal in a row. And sometimes you need to right the ship, settle down. Like I said, go back to the first 2 periods how you were playing, and you got a goaltender that probably hasn't had as much experience compared to Miller, and take advantage of it.
Well, the Magi tucked in the goal from Schmeichel. Let's listen in. Hageno to Schmeichel. Mr. Hockey here himself picks up his third of the year. High rising shot came in that just missed there from Mitchell. Puck away to Deal now. There was a hit on the near side wall.
That could have been a penalty. I mean, that was head contact. I mean, for sure. that's, I don't know. God, I hope that guy's all right, because that was a big hit. And that, I don't know. I mean, it looked good, but you just, God, you don't want to see anybody get hurt like that.
Strider McMahon was the one that took the worst of that collision. See if we've got it on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay for you coming up in a moment as the Magi have the lead back at 6. That puts us back to run time. This is an 8-2 hockey game on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Icing on the play, and this will bring us all the way back to the other end of the ice surface. Well, we talked about the concern of it becoming quote-unquote Western here in this third period of play. See Strider McMahon met by Radke.
I mean, it's a close call. I mean, it's a judgment call, but I mean, you got to be ready. You got to have your head up. You hate to see passes along the boards.
Pucks away to the near side. Credit the referees. They've let them play here in this one tonight.
They have. Yeah, they have. They've made the right calls. I mean, if they've let a few go, it's been on both sides. It's been pretty consistent. But if you're Minot, just stay cool. Keep your head.
Big hit there from Finley Benz. He's going to be charged on that play as the puck comes back underneath the Minot high net. And Finley Benz is going to be rung up for roughing.
Well, just when we talked about Minot staying on the box, we take a penalty. And we've said, don't give them any life. Don't give any false hope to Legacy. It's a lopsided right now, but it doesn't mean they scored 2 in a minute. You don't want to think that they have some life.
I like it. I thought it was. I don't know if I'm up here, not down there. Nothing but respect to the officials. Third power play of the hockey game here for the Sabres. They're 0 for 2 at this point in the game. Butts has it down low, back up top to Beasley at the point. To his partner Johnson. The 3 All-Staters touch it here. Now Minot High's Abrahamson shorthanded in on the attack. Abrahamson fires the hit on the far wall. Puck is freed for the Sabres. They start the rush into the offensive territory. Over to Beasley on the near side, trying to cycle it down. He did. One of the game's goal scorers. This is Strider McMahon with 7 goals on the year. Dropped it down into the corner here for the Sabres. Back behind the net. Setting up shop on this Serve Pro power play as moves back to the point. Johnson sends it in, and the stop is made from Blaze Ostrom. He goes down and hangs on to it with 1:08 ticking down on the run clock on the Serve Pro power play.
The main thing on a penalty kill is just keep things to the outside. You go at a guy in the middle, steer him to the wall. It's a lot of it's a technique on killing. It takes a lot of work killing penalties. Got to have pride, blocking shots. You know it's going to hurt. You just have to do it.
It's a Legacy hockey team coming into tonight that has scored 33 goals on the season. 4.7 on average. Minot High's held them to 2 here, but the power play is out.
That was close. That was offsides. Missed one there.
Beasley at the point, worked across. Jamison Johnson back over to Bonts. Beasley back door. Schmeichel got a stick on it, and the puck comes away to the near side. Schmeichel then clears. Down it comes for Johnson, who retrieves in his own territory. Tonight's game on the PSP Network brought to you in part by our friends at the UPS Store. The UPS Store for all your packing and shipping needs right in time for the holidays. Located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza. Beasley back at the point. Over now to Johnson. Johnson shuffled it off here to Elliott Hoon. He's going to walk with it. Knocked down in front. Minot High trying to clear. Richardson will do it. Oh, right under the box is Finley Benz on the breakaway. Benz will turn and fire. Otto comes up with the save, and he'll hang on to it as Finley Benz had the chance as he was right. Johnny on the spot out of the penalty box. Finley Benz almost had his second to the hockey game, but Otto comes up and shuts the door.
Oh, that really would have been a backbreaker there.
Otto on the blocker side. Coming in for Tyler Miller, who went down in the opening period of play, the All-State goaltender for Legacy. Hopefully he's all right. I don't see him on the Legacy bench. Hasn't returned since the first when he left to see the trainer of this hockey game.
Boy, I was going to tell you, if you're Minot, just chip it in the corner. Make their defensemen work for it. The best way to wear them down is just get the puck behind them. Dump it in the corner. Get over the red line, dump it in. Make them skate all that extra ice, and you've already putting constant pressure on Legacy's defensemen. Just keep it rolling. You're wearing them down. A lot of the play has been in their zone, pinned deep. Make it tough on them. Just continue it. You got 7 minutes to go.
7:06 ticks down on the run clock here at the VFW Sports Center. Minot at 2-1 inside of the conference. Looking to go 3-1. Legacy on the verge of suffering their first loss inside of region play. They're 4-0 coming in. They came off of a big win the other night over Bismarck High. 10-1 was the final score of that hockey game. Demons fortunately having a bit of an off year here this year. Bismarck High winless at 0-6 on the season, currently in the number 9 spot in the WDA. They're 0-7 overall, correct me, 0-5 in the conference. 6:23 ticking down. Join us tonight for our Planning Team Financial Shots Crossroads postgame show. We'll have our MVP of the game brought to you by Sport Clips. We'll also have our move of the game tonight brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. 10 goals on the board. It's going to be hard to pick one, and all the hits we've had of this hockey game. My goodness.
There's been a few. There's been a couple. Just get out of here without getting anybody banged up and hurt. It's just lopsided games lead to frustration.
Off the draw. Duchesne's got it here. Shea moved it away to the near side where Radke's back on the retrieve. Radke to his partner, Deal, and Deal's going to move it off ahead. Off to Strand. Soccered forward. Morelli's got it. Morelli turns at center. Finds Easton Panasuk. Panasuk walked and fired. Knocked down on the play from Duchesne. Comes away to the near side. Chipped up off the glass. Radke holds the line. Deal's there to move across. And now the Legacy Sabres bring it back in. Goes off of Elliot Hoon looking for his second goal of the season. Delayed offsides here on the Sabres. They'll touch. Then they dump and give chase. Radke's got it. Tweet at us at Network PSP and let us know who you think tonight's MVP is of this hockey game. It's going to be a tough choice tonight. Here comes Mac Morelli into the zone. Mac Morelli, the All-Stater, dropped it down to the corner for Strand. Back at the point. Deal's got it. Fanned on it. Deal working on it here. Now Deal stick handles and drops it down to the corner. Deal was my player spotlight here tonight for the Magi, knowing that he needs to be good on the defensive side of things tonight against the state's top producers, Beasley and company, who have it here. Minot High's defensive core has done the job well here tonight, holding Legacy just to 16 shots in this hockey game. Deal from center, dumps it down. Otto's onto the net to play it, left it back in behind the cage. Sabres set up shop. Under 5 to play in regulation, 4:20 to be exact. 8-2, Minot High leads on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Lemon spun it up the wall, comes back to Beasley. Beasley avoids a check. Now he sends it out front on a tee. Here's a drive, knocked down Rodacker.
Nice block. That's what we're talking about. Little things like that. That's going to get you the win. They're not glamorous activities on the ice or plays, but everybody's got to do things like that.
Puck comes away now to the Sabres, up off the glass on the near side. Chipped off ahead, Rodacker's in after it, taken away by Coleman, and Coleman catches Legacy in a change. He'll just dump it down into the far corner. Puck comes back away now to the Sabres, 3:35 ticking down. Join us again for the doubleheader tomorrow night. The Demons and the Magi and the Jets in high school basketball. Got St. Mary's and Legacy in high school boys and girls hoops tomorrow night as well. Scott Woodmansey and Joe Cattell will have the call of that matchup from the Legacy High School gym. Then on Saturday, we've got Minot High and Jamestown as the Blue Jays and Magi have their first matchup of the year. Finley Benz carries down. Upended on the play. They hit the corner, freeze the puck for a moment. Duchesne's back in for the Sabres, trying to get a handle on it here. Comes back away down to Finley Benz. And Benz has it underneath the goal line from Gretzky's office. Cycling it back away off the walls. Taken here by Moose. It's going to be held in at the line. That was Marsland. Comes back away to the Magicians here, and Groschi moves it off ahead to Benz once more. Plenty of fuel in the tank for Benz. Long shift there. Marsland had the hit on the wall. Well, the Magicians have a good problem at hand. They've got Pickard out of the lineup, Coleman out of the lineup, and Matson out of the lineup. Those are three guys that are in their top five in the defensive pairings. But how about the play of a young man like Marsland coming into this lineup? I've certainly been impressed with Josh Marsland, the junior D-man here for Minot in the past couple games.
Well, that's what you need. You got to have depth. You got to have guys that can step up when called upon. They have to be ready at all times. You never know when guys are going to be sick, hurt, out.
Sabres to center. Lead pass from Beasley, intercepted by Deal. On the end wall, it's going to be taken here. Sabres trying to send it off to Beasley, and it comes all the way down to the other end of the ice surface. Approaching 90 seconds to play in regulation here tonight. Minot scored 4 times in the opening period. They added 3 more in the second. They've got 1 here in the third. Legacy gave Minot High a little bit of a scare to start this third frame. They scored a pair of goals not even 2 minutes into this third period to negate the run time. Minot got one back as Schmeichel picked up his third to move it to 8-2, and that's where we stand with 1:10 ticking down in regulation. Well, I wouldn't hit the panic button if you're a Legacy Sabres fan. Go back to the time machine, 1992. Minot High played the Bismarck High Demons twice in the regular season, and the Magi got waxed by them both times. Big scores like this matchup here tonight. Minot High ended up winning a state championship, their first ever, back in '92 over Bismarck High that year, 8-7. Still a good Legacy hockey team. The score a bit deceiving, but don't take anything away from Minot High. Their game tonight was darn near flawless. 30 seconds to play in regulation. Trip up Highway 83, always easier when you pick up a victory in the capital city. This is not an easy barn to win in. Minot High in their 6th matchup all time against the Legacy Sabres. 3 of them have been here. The other 3 have been at the Mesa. Minot High has never lost to this venue. Cut them down, kids. We're at 7, now 6, now 5. That's going to do it here tonight. As the final horn will sound, the Magi are going to get the victory. They improved to 4-1 on the season with an 8-2 final over the Legacy Sabres. Can't bet on high school sports, but if there was a money line in Vegas for the spread on this one, some people could have won some big time cash tonight. My goodness. 8-2, no one saw that coming. The Magi victorious here in Bismarck. Shots Crossroads Planning Team Financial Advisors postgame show comes up next on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Well, I'm not sure if anyone saw that coming tonight. Minot High wins 8-2. They were up 4-0 at the end of one, 7-0 at the end of 2 periods of play. They finish it off 8-2 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Minot High improves to a record of 3-1 in the conference. That's going to leapfrog them up into a top 3 spot. Sabres fall to 4-1. They're still at the top of the list inside of the WDA. Sabres fall to 5-3 overall on the season. Welcome into our Planning Team Financial at Shaw's Crossroads postgame show. Planning Team Financial Advisors, Shaw's Crossroads, bring you the postgame tonight. Planning Team Financial, whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team can help you with every step of the way. It's Planning Team Financial. Shaw's Crossroads, home to that delicious number 99. Shaw's Crossroads, where team buses are always welcome. Stop into Shaw's Crossroads anytime, pretty much day or night. They've got you covered at Shaw's Crossroads. Delicious stuff there. Matt Morelli and I were there for lunch just 2 days ago, and I had a hot hamburger. I'm telling you, that was delicious stuff. Shaw's Crossroads brings you the postgame tonight in this 8-2 final for Minot High. What a game it was here tonight at the VFW Sports Center, home to the Bismarck Bobcats of the North American Hockey League. We saw some kids in the showdown here tonight that are next level players that may potentially be a Bobcat or a Toro. But my goodness, there were some performances tonight that we didn't see coming either, with some big time plays. Let's get right into our game reset presented by Ryan Family Dealerships. Ryan Family Dealerships serving North Dakota for 50 years as a trusted name in the car buying and car selling industry. 8-2 the final, 30-18 were the shots on goal. The Magi hold their opponent to under 20 again here tonight. Blaze Ostrom made 16 saves on 18 shots. Tyler Miller
went down in the first period. Tyler Miller, the All-State goaltender for the Legacy Sabres, dinged up early in this contest. Tristan Otto came in after the fourth goal was scored. Minot High ended up finding 3 more in the second period of play and then another in the third. Here's a look at the numbers. Minot High wasn't awarded a power play in this game. Legacy went 0 for 3 on the man advantage. Once again, Ryan Family Dealerships brings you a look at those numbers. Time for our game reset now at the highlights of this hockey game. This is how it all went down here tonight. Minot High and Legacy matched up most recently in the WDA championship game a year ago, and it was the Magi on their home ice that dropped their second straight to the Legacy Sabres as Legacy won their first ever region tournament championship. Minot High on the other side of that coin's never lost here at the VFW Sports Center. They had superb goaltending tonight to the early periods from Blaze Ostrom, and as this night continued on, see the first goal of the hockey game coming up here for the Magi in just a moment after some more of that physicality was played here on both sides. There's Ben Holland scoring his third of the year. He was assisted by Abrahamson on the play. That made it 1-0. That was with 4 minutes left in the opening period. Minot gets a quick goal just a few moments later. Stop was made on that play from Miller. Next goal was scored by Finley Bentz. Then Holland got another. Holland picks up goal number 4 on the year. Abrahamson had the assist on that play. Then you'll see Strand and Morelli get on the score sheet for the Magi. This is a play that you see the netminder Tyler Miller go down. He had some contact there from Easton Panasuk. Just one of those bang-bang plays. 4-0 at the end of 1 for the Magi on top. See the rest of the highlights here. You'll see a goal coming from Rodacker. Got one from Mac Morelli and one from Panasuk. Rodacker's goal at 15:25 that you see right here was assisted by Coleman. It was Strand that assisted Mac Morelli with the help of Panasuk. And then Morelli and Strand set up Panasuk to make it a 7-0 hockey game. Here's the 6th one on its way here. Panasuk had a chance moments before and fired and just missed. Here's where the Magi find the back of the net with Mac Morelli, a dish out front. Not many times is that young man going to miss from that short range as the Magi extend the lead at that point. 6-0 off this face-off. You'll see the goal coming from Panasuk. How about the year for Easton Panasuk? 5 goals on the season. Now for the Magi, leading Minot High in the scoring department. That's how we ended the second. Minot was up 7-0, but look at the start of this third period of play coming up in just a moment after we see another big-time hit and some of that physicality coming in just a moment here on this Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Referees let them play tonight. Gotta love to see that. And that physicality in this West Region affair between two rivals that are growing that rivalry more and more. An 8-2 victory for the Magi certainly helps put some fuel in that fire. There's a big hit by Marsland. He was charged on that penalty. Now we're in the third period. And the Legacy Sabres with a pair. There's a hit from Radke and a big one. Sabres had goals in the third. McMahon from Beasley and then Beasley from Johnson. Minot High Schmeichel was assisted by Hagenau to make it 8-2. That's how we end here tonight. Nick Hulberg on the planning team. Financial Shots Crossroads post-game show. We've got Jason Bennett, the co-head coach of the Magi, joining us up here in the booth. First things first, Coach, nice job on the win here tonight. Is it fair to say that that was one of those nights where it just seemed like everything was going right for your Magi? That was a tremendous effort here.
Yeah, you know, I think the opposite last summer in Bismarck. Against Entry, I think everything went wrong. You know, we talked about that a pregame here a couple days ago. We had some bad breaks, and I think we made our own luck tonight. You know, I think we worked extremely hard, and I don't know, in my years of coaching, I don't know if I've seen 4 goals against a quality opponent in that. I don't know what the time span was, but it seemed like it was about 9 seconds. But yeah, it's things were rolling after that.
3 minutes and 48 seconds, according to what I had, with 4 goals scored against one of the state's top goaltenders here tonight. Overall, your thoughts on the way that the the top unit in all of North Dakota, and Beasley and Butts and company were shut down here tonight by your Minot High defenders. They certainly deserve some credit as well here tonight.
Yeah, and the awesome part of it is we got a couple kids that are homesick, some regular defensemen, and we had some kids that hadn't played much varsity time on the back end played tonight, and they did an exceptional job. We got the regulars that are there, Richardson and Radke and Deal. They were there for us big, and they played a lot of minutes, and it's good. We've been preaching defend. We talked about that the other night as well. It's hard to teach kids how to score goals, but it's easier to teach them how to defend and block shots and back check and all that stuff.
You guys on average take 6.5 penalties per game right now. You come down to the capital city here tonight to play a old school affair, if you will. The physicality was high, only charged for 3 penalties in this hockey game. Do you like where your team's headed with that and containing that just a bit here tonight? At the same time, the officials letting them get up and down and play hard here tonight as well.
I think so, and I think one of them maybe was kind of an after the whistle. It was a bing bang boom play. They had called a penalty on them, and Marsden stepped up and hit a kid. It's kind of self-defense. It's either you protect yourself or you get crushed, and then they flagged him for that one there. But I kind of laughed at Grubb. I said, I don't know if I've been a part of an 8-2 game where we didn't get a power play all night. So, we're not a dirty team. We're a physical team. We got some beef. You look at guys like Rodacker and Coleman and some of the guys in the back end, even Benny Holland, like he packs a punch, and Rotlick, they're solid kids. And if they hit you, you're going to feel it. And sometimes it's loud, and maybe it scares people, and we get a penalty for it. But officiating was great tonight. We killed off the penalties we had to, and it was a good all-around effort. You've
been at this a long time, 22 years on the bench, and growing up playing at Minot State, Minot High. You've been through it all. You've seen it. 8-2 the final here tonight. First thing, did you expect this? And I ask it with a grain of salt, but nobody really saw 8-2 Magi here tonight. The first part of the question. The second part of it is okay, you may have awoken a giant who's going to be at the top of the list in the WDA when it's all said and done here. Is that fair to say today?
Yeah, it's. I don't think that maybe the score wasn't indicative of the game. It's funny because we looked at the clock, and I don't know exactly the time. We'll just say there's about 8 minutes left in the first. 0-0 shots, I think, were 4-3. And I thought, that's Minot High legacy right there. That last year we beat them 1-0. And I thought, God, it's going to be a 1-0 game, maybe a 2-1 game. The shots are going to be 20-15 or 20-17, and it's going to be kind of a slugfest. And then all of a sudden, pardon my French, all hell kind of broke loose for us, which was awesome. We don't get that very often down here in Bismarck. So anytime we can score 4 goals in under 4 minutes, it's pretty awesome, pretty exciting.
One we'll remember for a long time. Final thing for you here tonight. Have you ever beaten your daughter Presley in a game of horse in the driveway? My goodness, she broke the record at Minot High School for the most threes in a game the other night for the Jets.
Yeah, that was fun. I got the opportunity to watch the first half of it, and she was like 3 for 6, and I kind of teased my wife because she wasn't there. I said, hey, she's hot tonight, and you weren't here. I said, you must have been the bad luck charm. I leave and go to the hockey rink, and we're talking with you, and all of a sudden we turn it on down in the runway, and all of a sudden I hear him say something about tying with 8, and I had to kind of shake my head and give it a double check, and so it was fun. We went home, watched it after the hockey game, and she was really excited. She put in a lot of time this summer, and so well deserved. But no, I don't think I have beat her at horse. So
yeah,
the game's got to get longer. We start with pig, and it's PIG. I'm already done, and then I got to add more letters, and it's no fun.
Nice job. Tell her nice job as well.
I sure will. Thank you.
Fun one here tonight. That's Jason Bennett, the co-head coach of the Magi, after an 8-2 win over the Legacy Sabres on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. When we come back to our planning team financial Shots Crossroads, we'll hand out a couple of awards here tonight. Our move of the game brought to you by Jobbers, and our MVP of this contest brought to you by our friends at Sport Clips. It all happens next. 8-2, the final score. Minot High gets the win over the number 1 in the West, Legacy Sabres, tonight on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FinRun SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads. How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.
1-1 for the Magi tonight. They win 8-2 over the Legacy Sabres. Get ready for the rematch of this one. I wouldn't expect it would be a 10-goal game. Somebody winning by 6 again. That's why we play them. That's why it's fun to be a part of it, however. It's our Planning Team Financial Shaw's Crossroads postgame show tonight here at the VFW Sports Center in Bismarck. Nick Hulberg on the call. Matt Morelli on his ride, already on the way out the door here tonight. Big thanks to him for all of his work that he does with the PSP Network. Job well done to Mr. Morelli here tonight. Big thanks to our good friend John Haugen as well, running cameras for us here this evening in the capital city. Job well done tonight, Johnny. We appreciate you very, very much. More games this week. Tomorrow night, 4 basketball games are on the air. Bismarck High's at Minot. We'll have the call tomorrow starting at 6 o'clock for the girls. Number 1 ranked Bajets playing the Bismarck Demons, receiving some votes. They're legitimate on the scale in North Dakota. So are the boys. They take on the number 3 Minot High Magicians tomorrow night, 6 and 8 o'clock at the Magic City campus. Meanwhile, Scott Woodmansey and Joe Cattell have St. Mary's Legacy at 6 and 7:45, and then we turn our attention to high school hockey once again as we go out to the All Seasons Arena on Saturday, where the Blue Jays from Jamestown come to Minot to take on the Red Hot Minot High Magicians. 4:30 that game time. And puck drop is scheduled. We'll be on the air at 4 o'clock for our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Standings inside of WDA Hockey Legacy with 12 points. They're going to stay at the top of the list. Minot's going to leapfrog up into the number 2 spot, or at least a tie for it there with Century. The other games taking place tonight, Mandan was at Dickinson, so for the time being, the Magi are going to come into the Saturday matchup with the Jamestown Blue Jays tied for second inside the conference. Big game Saturday afternoon. Should be fun. Looking forward to that call. Matt Morelli and I will have it for you on the PSP Network. Time for our move of the game. Brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Jobbers can help you with your moving and storage needs. Locations in Minot, Bismarck, Fargo, and Aberdeen. It's Jobbers and our move of the game. How do you pick one tonight? My goodness. Threw a dart at the wall and grabbed the highlight that looked good from here. Panasuk to Strand. Good puck movement for the Magi and a good finish for Morelli out front. And Mackley Morelli adds another one to his resume on the season. That's goal number 4. 3-point night tonight for Mackley Morelli. Ben Holland had a 2-point night. Strand had a 3-point night. Panasuk, Strand, and Morelli all had 3-point nights here tonight. Our move of the game brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. Big thanks again to Jobbers. They focus on the small details and make it easy. Schedule a move or to find a quote. They follow through as well at Jobbers Moving and Storage. Your move of the game. Congratulations. Panasuk, Strand, and Morelli. Morelli on the finish. That game out at high, a 6-0 lead. Jobbers brings you tonight's move of the game. MVP of the game brought to you by our friends at Sport Clips. Our last order of business here tonight. Sport Clips, where you can get the MVP haircut experience. Sign in with a hairstylist today. It's quick, it's convenient. They do a fantastic job at Sport Clips. I've got the app. Telling you, you're in and out. Get that MVP haircut experience to make you feel like a real MVP at Sport Clips. Million directions you could go here tonight, but how about a kid like Adam Rodacker? Picked up goal number 2 on the year, point number 2 on the season. Third line guy for the Magi that blocked shots here tonight. Did a bunch of those little things right. He was also awarded with the goal. My nod goes tonight to Adam Rodacker. He is our MVP of this contest, brought to you by Sport Clips. Once again, locations in Minot and Bismarck at Sport Clips. They bring you tonight's MVP of this contest, Adam Rodacker from Minot High School, in an 8-2 final that saw the Magi top the Legacy Sabres. It's going to do it for us tonight here at the VFW Sports Center in Bismarck. Fun one tonight. Big thanks to Ryan Farragher for joining us in the pregame, and Jordan Willert as well. Thanks to Jason Bennett to the postgame. Big thanks to Mario Laberu, who joined us in between the first and second here tonight. Without the sponsors, we wouldn't be here. We thank them. Make sure to patronize those places. Can't thank them enough. And as always, big thank you to our military men and women and our service personnel. God bless you all. God bless America. We're back at it tomorrow, 5:30, for the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. The Demons and the Jets, followed by the Magi and the Demons at 8 o'clock. And boys basketball, we'll tip it off with the girls tomorrow, starting with the pregame show at 5:30. Until then, we hope you have a great night. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good night, and God bless.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold up. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shot's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shot's Crossroads restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shot's Crossroads.